All right, welcome everyone to another flight on the Around the USA flights. We have so far gone coast to coast, Plymouth, Massachusetts, all the way around the perimeter of the southern part of the United States, all the way to San Diego, and now we're a little bit past Los Angeles. Hopefully we'll get around the entire country, around the perimeter, by November. That's what I'm guessing. But tonight's flight is from Santa Barbara, California. I see how my name with an accent there. Santa Barbara, California to Paso Robles, California. And we were going to do right to Monterey, but I decided to make this one a little short, and it'll also keep us out of a military operations area. But we do have to fly through another military operations area, special military activity area. We're going to pretend that that's not active. And we would probably call, well, we would call in the real world in advance and see what the activity status was. Or we fly at 2,000 feet above ground level and get underneath it. But we're just going to pretend that it's not active, and we're going to go for it. So that's where we are with that. Without further ado, let's get this flight going. Should take us about 53 minutes, and we have a full fuel tank. I already turned the fuel on because in the real world, most of the time that's already going to be on, especially if you rent. So, and that would also be done in the pre-flight, which we don't really go out and check the plane in the simulator. So, all right, make sure I have the right checklist here. We do. All right. So start, track, back, lock. Let me turn off all the stuff that I don't need. Avionics are off. Autopilot is off. I'm going to get that in there just to make sure we got things reading right. We do. Awesome. Autopilot's off. Throttle 1/4 of an inch. Okay. Mixture full lean. Brakes are set. Master on. Beacon on. Fuel pump on. Full rich. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full lean on the mixture. Pump off. Clear prop. Mags to start. And the mixture's in. And there we go. We got it started up. Should be about 1,000. Very good. Oil pressure is in the green. Lights as required. We'll put them on now. Landing, taxi, nav will be the ADS-B in advance. And we're good there. All right, seatbelts and harnesses, good. Flaps are up. Heat vent defrost, we will take some air. Thank you very much, because we are in California. And, where are we? All right, avionics on. Including the transponder, which I forgot yesterday. I don't know why. Probably because it's usually on in the 172s I have when you flip the avionics master on. Not always the safest thing, so I get it. But all right, ATIS. Let's check out the frequency here. And Santa Barbara is 132.65. Very good.
Santa Barbara Airport Information Uniform 22000 Zulu. Wind 010 at 6. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,100 feet, few clouds at 4,200 feet, few clouds at 12,500 feet. Temperature, 23. Dew point, 10. Altimeter, 29.97. ILS runway 7 in use. Landing and departing runway 7. DSR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller, on initial contact, you have uniform.
All right, uniform runway 7. I'll put the VAT Sim Unicom on just in case. And we'll also take a look at VAT-tastic and see if we have anything going on here. All right, we have no air traffic. Wait, no, we have LAX Center. So that's cool. All right, so we'll check it with them on 125.8. Let me just verify that by looking at vPilot. Yep, that's what we have. So 125.8. They were very nice to us last night. Okay.
Tango Mike 19995 LA Center. Contact SoCal 124.5.
Altimeter transponder radius beyond radio test.
LA Center will be right back.
Oh. All right. It's a good thing they don't do that in the real world. It's all good. All right. So we'll test the radio in a second. Taxi lights on as required. We'll test the brakes as we're going out. And I'll give LA Center a couple of minutes here. But what we can do... Oh, no, we shouldn't. We should ask for clearance. So, we shall wait for LA Center. And I forgot to put the chat going on here, so let me enable that. But we're all good. I gotta wait for LA Center, seeing that we're using VATSIM tonight. They are the controlling agency, and Santa Barbara is Class C, so we would need to contact ground, seeing that it's from a top-up type situation. LA Center is the one I have to contact to start taxi. And let's see if they have an ATIS. I don't think they do. No. So, which is fine. I'll put mode C on right now, so they can see me in Santa Barbara. So, if you're tuned in, I appreciate it, and I hope you're having a great night already. Should be a nice, easy flight. I have the next one planned, too. Again, I don't know if I'm going to fly the next leg of this, but we'll get this leg done at least, and then we'll see from there. With my job, I have to wake up pretty early, even though I work from home, just so that I'm available at the hours they need me. And, yeah, it's quite interesting. First day of teaching today. I taught kids online with kids in the classroom at the same time while I was here online teaching them. Did you follow that? It was very intricate, but it worked out. I had it planned out, and it was a fruitful class. So, not ideal, but we're not in ideal times, and I'm working hard to try to make it the best I can. All right, let's see if LA Center's back, because I don't want to wait too long. LA Center, November 489er Echo Foxtrot. Radio check, please. See if he's back. Nope. All right, I will give him one more minute, and then we're gonna go do our own thing. So, but yeah, the newest patch came out today, by the way. So if you didn't get that, I bought my copy through Steam of the Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you just update it, then you restart it, and it installs the, I think it was 15 gigabytes of data for the patch, and I haven't seen much difference. You know, I think the multiplayer might work a little bit better. I flew with my brother just very slightly today, checking out sites in New England and comparing them. But I don't know. Let's take a look outside while we're waiting. Got 30 more seconds. We're here in Santa Barbara, and again, this is the Orb X scenery, so it looks pretty good. We got signature support over there. And the main terminal is right across the way over there. And the reason why you're seeing some planes...
Hello, LA Center's back.
Yay! Alright, but the reson why you're seeing some scenery...
Hello.
...is because I left the real-world flights on there, so... Without further ado, let's get this thing going, shall we?
Number 28, Charlie Victor, runway 25, clear to take up.
I'm not even going to radio check, we'll just take the taxi. LA Center, November 489er Echo Foxtrot.
Number 489, Echo Foxtrot, LA.
Cessna, 9 Echo Foxtrot. We're on the ground at Santa Barbara at General Aviation Parking, right outside Signature. Ready to taxi, VFR with information uniform.
Number 489 Echo Foxtrot, did you want flight following or no?
I would like flight following for 9 Echo Foxtrot.
Okay, Santa Barbara's been popping today. Number 489 Echo Foxtrot, departure frequency 125.8, squawk 7162.
7612 for 9 Echo Foxtrot.
9 Echo Foxtrot, runway 25, taxi via Juliet.
Runway 25, and we're taxiing via Charlie for 9 Echo Foxtrot. All right, so with that, we're gonna go to Charlie. And say Charlie Foxtrot. Charlie Center, was that Charlie Foxtrot for 9 Echo Foxtrot, or was that just Charlie for taxi directions?
You were stepped on. Say again, Echo Fox.
Was that Charlie Foxtrot for 9 Echo for 9 Echo Foxtrot, or was that just Charlie Fox or just Charlie for runway 25? Can't talk anymore.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You you were stepped on a third time. November Echo Fox 9 Echo Foxtrot. Say again.
Hey, I'm good with this. Usually in the real world, I'm the one stepping on people, so we're good. All right, I'm wondering if it's Charlie to runway 25 or if it's Charlie Foxtrot Alpha to runway 25.
Okay, number 9 Echo Foxtrot. I only have Juliet.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We're doing good. Charlie Juliet, runway 25, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
I might be wrong, you might be wrong, but I see Juliet Hotel.
That was
so
good.
Basically, just taxi runway 25. It's the taxiway just south of you.
I got you. We're all set. Charlie Juliet to 25, 9 Echo Foxtrot. I read that wrong.
The Charlie Victor, hello. Your radar contact, climb maintain 9,000, turn left heading 180.
Well, that was interesting. Usually I get yelled at for stuff like that.
Number 208, Charlie Victor, radar contact, climb maintain 9,000, turn left heading 180.
All right.
Okay, go 90, climb maintain
This
9,000.
is Juliet right here. And, yeah, excuse my moment of dumbness there. I was looking at the wrong thing on the airport diagram. But we're going to go over here and do the run-up. So let's do that now. Even though this is a heliport, I don't see anyone behind me, so we'll borrow it. And go right there. All right, run up really fast. All right, brakes are set. Fuel set for both. Trim set for takeoff. Very good. Flight controls. In, right, out, left, all the way in and back.
November 235, Romeo Victor.
Working. All right. Instrument. Turn clearance middle.
Number 235,
no flag.
Romeo Victor. Hello, your ground
230,
contact with the Brian
looking good
Scanes
there.
VOR. Descend via the CD4 arrival, base altimeter 2993.
And, good. Mixture, best power. Yes, it is. 1800 on the RPMs.
Thanks. November 208, Charlie Victor. Turn left direct, Dart.
Check the magnetos.
Gone.
Right. Very good. Back to
Southwest 2425, Oakland's offline. Radar service terminated.
Left.
Frequency change approved.
Back to both.
Unicom, 2425, good night.
Vacuum looks good.
Yeah.
Amps are not charging, but they hopefully will be. That's kind of weird. It's usually at 0, but we'll figure it out. All right. In the real world, we'd have a problem with that if it was down that low, but I think we're okay. It's a sim. All right. Oil pressure, oil temperature is green. Idling.
American 7937. Contact SoCal 119.6.
We'll start taxiing down here. All right, so if there's a problem in the takeoff full and there's nothing available runway ahead of us, we'll abort takeoff, land directly ahead. If we are under 700 feet and there's a problem, mechanical emergency or otherwise, we will take a turn to the left and land downwind on the taxiway, the grass, the runway, wherever is available to us. Best glide speed 68. And if we're above 700 feet and there's a problem, mechanical emergency or otherwise, I'm sorry. If we're under 700 feet, we will land directly ahead, wind 30-degree turns, best glide speed is 68. If we're above 700 feet, then we will take a turn to the left and let down on the taxiway, the grass, the runway, whatever's available to us.
November 8th, 7 Lima Alpha, contact Vegas 135.0.
We're doing well tonight. It's kicking in. It'll kick in pretty soon. And here's runway 25 right here. And we're doing well. All right, so strobes are going on at this time. Let me just check the pre-takeoff list. We're good. Landing late on strobes. I gotta get my watch ready. This is my timer here for checkpoints. So when we get to takeoff, we will do that. The real world, it just starts itself, which is pretty cool with the Garmin watches. LA Center, Cessna 9 Echo Foxtrot, holding short of runway 25 at Juliet, ready for takeoff. VFR departure to the northwest.
Cessna 9 Echo Foxtrot, runway 25, cleared for takeoff. You can make a right crosswind departure.
Right crosswind departure, 25, cleared for takeoff. 9 Echo Foxtrot. Right crosswind. Beautiful.
LA Center, be right back.
All right. Oh, we got that in the nick of time. All right, here's runway 25. Good. All right, timer's going on, and here we go. Rotate at 55, climb at 74. Swear, woke up way too early today. Maybe that's why my brain isn't functioning as much as it usually does. But we're all good. I got someone chatting there. Is it? I'll turn it down in a second. And as far as going to Merced, California, I will check that out, but it won't happen right now. So just give me a second to get stabilized here on the right crosswind and get to cruise here, and then I'll let you know. But yeah, the VATSIM, the V-Pilot thing, I'll turn it down, and for some reason it doesn't always work. I don't know why, but output volume, I got it minus 12. So we'll leave it there and we'll see what happens. But okay, we'll go to 700 and then do a right crosswind so we get more on track. I usually go 1,000 for traffic pattern altitude here, but we'll get heading there pretty soon. Turn off the marker, we don't need that. And let's see. I'll answer your Merced question in a second. So probably not gonna do that unless it's on the way. I mean, if you want, at the end of the stream, I could probably do that. I'm on VATSIM, but I left the real world multiplayer on, just so I have more traffic, because VATSIM sometimes there's not tons of traffic. Okay, we're turning right here, clear on the right, and we'll turn on course. Our intended magnetic heading should be 320 once we're on track here. So we'll turn towards that way a little bit more, like 330. Get back on track here. And so VATSIM shows multiplayer, obviously, but it's not like with call signs and everything. So if you see any call signs, that's real world flights happening in the simulator. And again, a cool thing to do, and I know I said this the other stream, is to do Flight Radar 24. You can find out what type of plane they are and where they're going. So I do that occasionally. But we are on our way. And our first checkpoint, if I remember right, because I did the planning yesterday, is Kilo India Zulu Alpha, which is Santa Ynez Airport, and it'll be on our left. So, all right, Merced, California. Let's see where we're at here. I hope I pronounced that right. I know I recognize the name from last year when I did these flights. So, did a little differently. We didn't do the perimeter. We went more straight across. We had the Rockies to contend with, so even though it's a little more roundabout, it's there. Yeah. Let's see. Yep. All right. Is there an airport, Merced? Yeah, there is. Okay. I don't know the name of it, but we will get a sign in a second. If not, I'll go to AirNav and check it out. 2,000 feet. This is dragging forever, so let's see if we can...
Hello, LA Center's back. Sorry for the delay. American 7937. Contact
Fresno.
SoCal
Oh, okay.
119.6.
That would be not where I am, is it? Because I got King City coming up and stuff like that.
November 9 Echo Foxtrot radar contact, maintain VFR.
Roger, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
Number 20 Charlie Foxtrot, the LA altimeter 2990.
I think that was me.
Ito na nandiyan.
I know it wasn't for me. Okay, we'll leave it then. But we gotta get
Center,
above
good
these
evening.
mountains.
Southwest 2287, 15000. Southwest 2287, LA Center, climb and maintain flight level 290. 290,
Sorry, I'm zooming out
2287.
Google Maps here to see where I'm at here. I'm gonna try to hit Fresno Yosemite International Airport after the stream if you're still on.
Center 716
And I'll
Zulu,
show
LA
you some
Center.
percent, so I hope that's okay with you. I just gotta get this flight done first. So hang on there. If you have to leave, come back, and it'll only take me about
25 right where?
an hour to do this flight, and we'll check it out together. How's that?
Okay, if
So
you're
I'd
at
like to
LAX, go
try
ahead and
to take
contact
requests when I
SoCal
can.
departure on 124.5.
But tried doing a request last time too, so gotta get over these
Number
mountains.
32 Alpha Echo, LA.
We will. It's gonna be close, but we will. Lean the mixture out slightly.
Number
early,
32 Alpha Echo,
no
LA
power.
Center, climb and maintain, rather maintain 17,000, welcome.
Alright, let's see if it happens. If not, I'll go to 55 and do the best, I think it's 55.
And LA Center, we right back again.
62 actually, so we'll do best climb at 60. Not best climb, best rate. 62 and get over this mountain. So, okay, lean off the mixture a little bit more. Got some background music for us tonight, which is nice. Very lightly in the background. Oh, cutting this mountain pretty close. That's at 4,200 feet at one of the peaks there, so. And we're definitely feeling the wind effect from the mountain, so that's why we're bouncing a little bit. But we're gonna clear it, so that's good. This is why you need to know VX speeds. So that way you can clear obstacles in a hurry if you have to, but 62 for the SP. And we're definitely gonna clear this, which is good. That's the 4,200 foot peak over there that I did not want to hit. So it's funny, earlier today, I did some flying again with my brother, and we checked out Mount Washington in New Hampshire, a place I'd like to visit on a railroad flight someday. It'll probably be my really big first mountain experience in a plane. So it also cost me about $300-something round trip, but so I'm holding off on that just a little bit, and we'll see. Thinking about in the fall when the foliage changes. So okay, Kilo, India Zulu Alpha will be off to our left out here somewhere, and we're going to 8,500 today again to have some clearance between mountains. There's also a special military activities area ahead of us, but we're going to pretend that it's not active.
Citation 87 Lima Alpha, LA Center. Runway
We're on track.
19er,
We'll hit
right, cleared
320.
to land.
That should keep us somewhat on course. So, and we're back at 74 for best climb. Just get a
Sorry,
little more of
did
these
you say you're clear for
mountains.
26 left?
Then I'll trim out for climbing at 80 knots. Give me better cooling and better view over the hood here.
Okay, November 787 Lima Alpha, sorry. I thought I said 19 right. Okay, clear for the initial approach, 19 right, runway 19 right, clear land.
It's all good. So, it's not as cloudy here as it was yesterday with the haze and stuff. I mean, I know they still have TFR out there. And again, we're going to Paso Robles because they have a lot of military operations areas and a TFR. I wonder if I can show you that actually. Where's Sky Vector? Sky Vector went somewhere. Yeah, where'd you go? Oh, there we go. So, just to show you, taking off from Santa Barbara, going straight to Paso Robles. Here's the military operations area, and here's a TFR, thanks to the fires and stuff out there. So that's where they're fighting the fires, at least in one place. So.
Alaska 343 LA Center, how long climb via this stage, your radar contact?
We'll see. We'll see about everything. I always say we'll see, but you know what I mean.
November 7 Lima Alpha, turn 10 degrees right.
Alright, we're going to
Traffic
trim
going
out
on
to be at climbing at 80 knots. Also, lean out the mixture a little bit more. Keep it climbing at best power.
Yeah, left would be great.
Right about there.
Alaska 343, I'll roll out to the
Right
south. There's
there.
traffic at your 12 o'clock and 3 miles of citation at a 7,000 going northeastbound.
Santa Ynez.
Right,
Should be off to our left out
Try
there.
to diverge and shoot us back.
There it is out there. So that would be our first checkpoint. And we'll take a look at what time I'm supposed to be there.
Tug 125,
17
runway
minutes
19
when I
right,
included
taxi via
climbing.
Foxtrot.
So I got 10 minutes right now. And we're not there yet. So I'm guessing like 12 and 13 minutes. But we shall see. Nice easy turn on course with that right crosswind departure there. Very calm winds. That's what it said in the winds of law forecast as well. They said light and variable. So nothing really hard here. This is Lake Cachuma behind us. Seems to be like a dam over here. That's a pretty nice scene right there. Then we have a condor sanctuary coming up on the right over here. And they want you to maintain some distance. So, yeah, California condors and stuff, I guess, breed and live out here, so they want you to maintain enough altitude, which is another reason why we're going to 8,500 today. And although I have real weather on, we did push the time back a little bit to make sure it's daytime this whole flight, so.
Number 7 Charlie Alpha, runway 1 and right, clear
73 degrees Fahrenheit outside air temperature, so that's pretty warm for being up this high at least, you know, crossing 6,000 feet. You know, the mixture just slightly, get a little more power. Right about there. We'll keep climbing, but try to find the airport again. Oh man, they said it was going to be clear and I thought I could see everything, so it's going to be a little bit more ahead of us maybe. I don't know. Thought I saw it. Let's look outside again and try to find it. Not imagining things. I saw it before. I saw that behind us. There it is right there. So, I have, I'll say 12 minutes because I have like 13 right now. So, we are ahead in the time that we've planned by 5 minutes, which is not a terrible thing, again, we're still climbing, so. It'll probably work out very close to what we calculated because, again, this isn't an exact science, but you do want to be close with your checkpoint times to make sure that you're on track and finding the visuals. All right, next waypoint or checkpoint is Kilo Sierra Mike X-ray, and that might be a little harder to see, hence why we're also going 8,500 feet. The airport will be off on our left, and it is right near the, I think it's a city of Santa Maria, so should be good unless we can't see the smoke, in which case I am going to just use my GPS as the checkpoint. So, but we're getting up there. This is a very comfortable flight, but very nice scenery as well. So, and King Cam, I promise you I will go check out Fresno Yosemite International Airport where Merced is. Actually, this was said regional airport too. So, oh, sorry, I was zooming in on Google Maps. So we'll go check that out after I get done with this flight. Promise, 100% promise. As long as you're still on, we'll go check it out.
November 8th, 7 Lima Alpha, turn right, taxi at Vienna Foxtrot.
We should be at Paso Robles in 40 minutes, according to my GPS. And we're still climbing too, so you know it's going to go faster once we get to our cruise altitude here. So, getting up the mixture just slightly, didn't need much there. I go for maximum RPMs.
125, runway
over here as
19
well.
right, cleared for takeoff.
Usually it's right around there, so we're going to put the marker up there too.
Number 235 Romeo Victor at Preno, cleared ILS, run 26 left approach.
Trim up just slightly. Keep that climb going. Beautiful scenery. We do have some haze. Again, that's probably from the fires. But you can see definitely that you want some altitude here with all these mountainous regions around you. So. Yeah, let's take a look around. Again, off our left, up a little further actually, Santa Maria. That's the city I'm going to be looking for. And just really scenic mountainous area here. On our right again is a condor
Number
sanctuary.
208 Charlie Victor, contact lookout 124.5.
Passa para 5.
Southwest 2287 to send you the Quebec 6 arrival. The Vegas altimeter is 299.3.
Descend via the KPRB 693, Southwest 2287.
And just very scenic routes. A lot more scenery than when we were flying over the Southwest Desert earlier in this whole ring of flights here. If you want to check out any of those, again, they're all archived on the Air Flight YouTube channel. Go back and check. We did start on Prepared because we started this in June when Microsoft Flight Simulator was not available. But
Tug 125, radar contact, maintain flight level 290.
still had fun with it, you know. Florida, a lot of rain. Texas was interesting with El Paso. And we got through the early bugs of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2 around El Paso. I think that's one of the first flights I flew on Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, but yeah, it's really beautiful in California. Sometimes I wish I actually lived there. Expensive to live there, but very, very diverse between the cities and the mountains. And obviously, if you get more to the northwest, not that I've ever been there, but it's a little more rural. Closest we have in the northeast to that is New Hampshire. New Hampshire is probably the closest resembling to the northwest, and it's all good. All right, 36 minutes out. I got to turn more on course here. I got distracted for a minute. It does make a big difference with a aircraft like this, but we're coming up on cruise altitude, so I'll start trimming down slightly. Gonna have a real world flight on Saturday in the 172P.
There's
And
2
still
by
thinking of places to go.
flight
So
level, correction, climb
probably
maintain
decide
130.
tomorrow night. And I just don't know where I'm gonna go yet. So we're looking at the sectional and saying, where do we want to go? I gotta get some cross-country flights still going on to get as close to 50
Number
hours
8237
cross-country.
Tango,
So I
LA,
want to
go
go for
ahead.
the instrument. A lot of it's done. But we're trimming out. Cruise altitude here at 8,500. We're also going to lean up the mixture, make sure we're leaning enough.
Number 8237 Tango, squawk 715.
Right about there. All right, and we're at 2,500 where I like to be. Trim down. You can see that it went up a little bit because I got a little extra power out of leaning the mixture. And we should be able to trim out on cruise pretty soon. Frames are not doing so good.
Delta 13.
Actually, they're not doing that bad. It must be loading data. So is a part of the country I've not visited before in the simulator. So
Southwest 127, got a connection issue, we're back.
And Santa Maria will be up here
Hello, Southwest 127.
on our left. So we'll be looking around where those that haze and fog is. Clouds from the smokes. From the smokes, yeah. From the burning
Mayor
woods.
25 at Pilot
all that
Discretion,
out
center
there.
maintain 10,000.
But, come on, trim down. Let's go. I find that trimming's easier in the real world, I gotta be honest with you. Like, it's a little finicky, but it's not this finicky. But yeah, the frames are actually doing pretty good. It's just the,
November 9er
downloading
Echo
of data.
Foxtrot. Reset your transponder, squawk 7147.
7147 for Niner Echo Foxtrot.
November 237 Tango Radar, contact 20 miles south of the Chapter VOR. Welcome aboard. The Santa Barbara altimeter, actually I don't have it. The Burbank altimeter is 2992.
2992 is 237 Tango.
Okay. Seem to be pretty good on the trim. So, Santa Maria should be
Southwest
out there.
2370, you have preference on the runway. I give you 26 left or 19 right.
So I don't think we're going to see the airport, but we'll take a look as we pass by. It should be right out there, so. But I'm not seeing it.
Southwest 2287 LA.
Again, sir.
Hello, hey, can you give a preference on runway? I can give you 26 left or 19 right, whatever you want.
Trim up.
We're set up for chasing class, that's fine. For Southwest
Looking for
2287.
Santa Maria. I think I've just
Southwest
got to call the
2287, roger,
GPS.
no problem.
So,
After Clar, clear direct sunset. After Clar, descend and maintain 7.
got 21 minutes flight time here, so we'll have
Right,
to
after
see.
Clar, we're clear direct sunset. After Clar, at 7,000, Southwest 2287.
So King Cam, if you're still with
That's the
me,
second
do
time
you
calling.
actually live out in Merced,
Yeah.
California?
Yeah, we've been having some, like, connection issues where it'll go in and out and stuff.
That's fine, I got issues too.
Don't we all?
But I think of Fresno for some
Yep.
reason.
LAX
The Van Halen live album right here, right now, comes into my mind because they recorded that in Fresno. I don't know why. Just remember random facts like that of old
Delta
albums I enjoyed.
254 LA.
Just a musician in me,
I
I guess.
am not with you. Contact approach 119.6.
Approach 119.6. Yeah, I just got done talking to them.
If you see the airport out there, let me know.
Okay,
'cause
stay
I
with
don't
me
see
then.
any
Stay
of
with
it.
me. I'm gonna see what they can do.
Sure. Oh,
Affirmative, thank you.
come on. That visibility at 3 at the airport, by the way, is probably all these fires too. Because other than that, it said clear for
I
VTOL.
like that a radio check for Southwest 2287.
South 27, I hear you. Delta 254, your radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 290.
Wait, what's this? Is this an airport?
290 and
Supposed to have
off to
2
my first
runways.
waypoint, which is
That's not an airport.
chicken.
Roger, chicken.
Look at that. You got some type of
American 25, contact approach
building on top of a mountain there.
124.5.
Los Angeles.
Interesting.
Good evening, Aeromexico
Well,
73.
I'm gonna call it. So 23 minutes or so.
17 nautical miles south of EK.
I said 24. Well, it's close enough. I'll say 24 is fine. And oops. Next checkpoint is Santa Lucia.
Aeromexico to 73,
Santa
heavy, LA
Lucia
Center, squawk 7175.
Is
7175.
a lake, and it'll be off to our left.
Aeromexico 73
Way
heavy.
up ahead. We should be there in about 12 minutes. So.
LA Center, Cessna November 805 Sierra Bravo.
Now, at that checkpoint, there was a tower that was supposed to be,
November
off my left.
8050 Bravo, LA.
and that
LA
might have been
November
what we saw on top of the
805
mountain there. So
Sierra
that was the other
Bravo.
visual checkpoint I picked with Santa Maria.
Alaska 343
So in the
78,
real world, I
04
would have been looking for that
arrival,
tower,
the
and then looking
altimeters
for Santa Maria.
2990.
So we'll call that done. But
Alright, we'll descend to the Angel 4 arrival on altimeter 2990, 11.343.
And we also are coming up on the reservoir.
Cessna 805.
Twitchell Reservoir.
Correction 5 Sierra Bravo. Clear to San
So I don't
Jose
know what that's
Airport.
going to look like.
The
but
Couch 2 departure, that has filed. Maintain 5 knots, back
still looking for
16,000.
Santa Maria. I'm kind of like, you know, wondering why I
Departure
can't see
frequency
anything.
125.8.
So,
Squawk
I don't know.
7163.
trim it up.
November 805, Sierra Roberts, clear to stand on Sierra to Gauge 2, S file 5000, 16005, 25.8, and we'll squawk 7163.
November 805, Sierra Bravo. Read back correct. Expect 25.
We'll expect 25, we'll find a bit.
Buildings there too as well. So that's actually supposed to be some power lines. going to
November
the sectional, I think.
235, Romeo Victor, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
So I guess exciting news because Rex says that they're going to come out with a weather engine for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, I'm a little skeptical only because
Southwest 2014, runway 26 right, taxi via Bravo 5 Bravo.
a little skeptical only because Rex in the past was all about graphics, and I think Microsoft has the graphics pretty well. I think what they could do, and I tested the
Southwest
stuff today.
3502, runway 26 right, taxi via Charlie 4 Bravo.
Well, the reservoir is supposed to be off to our left as well, so I don't know if we're going to be able to see anything here. But it says the Twitchell Reservoir. Actually, it's more over here, so.
November 489 Echo Foxtrot, Oakland's offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Roger. Thank you. Good night. 9 Echo Foxtrot.
There we go.
122.8. That's in Unicom. And trimming up a little bit more. So anyways, where was it? Oh yeah, Rex. Rex with the weather engine. Well, I'm a little skeptical because again, Rex was great for graphics and prepared and FSX and stuff like that. I don't think that they need a lot of that in Microsoft Flight Simulator except for seasons. That's what I was getting to. It will display snow if it is snowing outside. I tested that today again, flying with my brother. So I set the weather for snow, and it made the ground and everything look like it was winter, with snow, which was cool. But then, as I toured Mount Washington in New Hampshire, I said, geez, well, let's get a little preview of what it looks like in the fall with the trees that change color and stuff in New England. And the trees literally stayed the same. So, and also the satellite imagery obviously didn't look different at all either. So, they have to install seasons on this thing. And I know that that's asking a lot because of all the satellite imagery. But if they could do snow, which looks really good, I think they can do seasons. So that's just me. But Rex, I don't know if I would trust their weather engine stuff because it says it's going to follow the METARs, but in the past it was judging the updating of weather on the distance you flew rather than where you actually were. So I was, I don't know. I'd rather see active sky for this. All right, the reservoir, I believe, is out here. And you can see it's dried up a little bit. So, I don't know. Global warming, you call it. I don't know. And with the update, they actually added the anti-slip pads to go check the fuel on the wing. So they updated a little bit of graphics, I guess. It's not a huge thing, but I noticed it the first time. I was like, yeah, if I'm climbing on that, there's no place to put my foot where it won't slip. And you do need those in the real world if you're able to, because they have to mount an optional foot step up here on the side there and reinforce it to accept some weight. But I prefer that rather than actually the 172M at my flight school where I rent from. They don't have the step up, so you actually have to get up on a ladder, and it looks ridiculous. And then you have to kind of take the ladder with you when you rent it, because you don't know. You have to land, you have to check the fuel. You're gonna need that. But I like step ups, even though I'm short. I'd rather have the step ups. One less piece of equipment to carry. So, all right, we are still on our way to Santa Lucia as our checkpoint. Had to turn a little to the west to get more on track. Didn't deviate that far, but there is lots of scenery to look at here. So again, we'll take a look outside. It is pretty nice, so. There you go. All right, now we're coming over some in the future road, the Garcia Wilderness area, and again, there's some California condors, an endangered species, nesting in High Mountain, which will be off to our left, and Bear Trap Canyon study areas, and pilots are requested to maintain 3,000 feet terrain clearance. So seeing that the tallest peak is 3,198, we are definitely doing that. And should be good. So we're saving the condors tonight as well. Oh, fly. I do care. I would care in the real life too, but I'm just saying it's kind of interesting when you get things like that in the sectional. So, and High Mountain would be this mountain out here. So, watch out for condors. They come out of anywhere, everywhere. Airspeed's 100 knots or so, and a ground speed of 119, which is right about where I calculated. I calculated 114, but 17 and a half minutes out from Paso Robles, and then we'll go check out Merced really fast, and then judging on the time, might do my next leg, which is Paso Robles to Monterey. Probably call it a night after that, so but we'll see. Some very nice scenery. So as we get more people viewing the stream here, by the way, I do have some swag, some Eric Flight swag here. I've held on to them for a while because I'm saving them for people I fly in the real world, but that's a little scarcer thanks to COVID and everything, and it's few and far in between. So I'm thinking that if I get some loyal people viewing the stream here, I'm going to give out keychains to certain people. So I'm thinking it over still. Not saying it's definite, but I think it would be good to reward the more loyal viewers, even on the Eric Flight YouTube channel. So like I have a couple of people on my array that I'm going to send some out to, I think, but got a lot of them, so I don't mind, and if you would appreciate a keychain, might be sending them out. So keep viewing the streams when you can. Keep looking at the Eric Flight videos, and swag might be coming your way. So once I get situated in my real world job and we're good, we'll definitely look into that stuff. But I think that'd be pretty cool to reward people and stuff. And I have to redo the whole spread shirt. Is that what it is? Designs for t-shirts and stuff. Not that you have to buy anything. I'm not expecting any of that. I just put it out there in case you do want to support and also want to give you a nice looking shirt at the same time. So we'll see about updating that again once I'm situated more in my real world job again. And we'll put the creative juices to work and see what we can do over time. Some of my high school students, like, you need merch. And of course, I don't let them comment or usually do any of that, just that are being proper, but they do know that I do YouTube, and they also know that I am a real old pilot, because a lot of them go, hey, you know, can we fly with you? And I'm like, yeah, ain't gonna happen. You have to be at least 18, and even then I'd have to think that over. So I have not flown any students at all, and I don't intend starting. We got a little chop there, so I'm gonna lower the RPMs a little bit and practice maneuvering speed, which is something that was brought to my attention from a real old flight, from a real old pilot, and something I gotta pay a little more attention to. It's 108 knots, so we're close to maneuvering speed right now, but we're also going down. I think we're okay now, though. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, it would probably be good either way, but it is a precautionary thing that we have to look at. So. Trim that up. Okay, so it seems like the winds, due to the patch today that I installed today, that the winds affect the plane more, which is nice to see. Still kind of miss EZCA from the prepared days, which had digital head movement stuff. They actually did studies of how pilots' heads move while in a plane when under certain weather conditions, and it hooked up to active sky. So I'm hoping that, I mean, it looks like there's a lot more wind power against the plane, if you will, but hoping they can improve it maybe just a little bit more with the weather settings. And I did write to Microsoft with some opinions on how to make this better. So they really have to fix the taxiway signs and the taxi lights at all airports, because that's just ridiculous. But it's still a good simulator. Again, I was talking with my brother as we were flying today. I was like, probably give it an 8 out of 10, only because they could have tweaked it a little bit more before they released it. But they are releasing patches, and it's not a simulator like the simulator of old. It's oh, give me a second here, because Santa Lucia is right over there. That's our next checkpoint. I have like 36, 37 minutes. I said 38, so yeah, we'll still be there at 38, so I'll call that 38. And our next stop is Paso Robles, if I'm pronouncing that right, which I hope I am. It's cool to say, at least. And we should be there in about 10 minutes or so. So this is a Class E airport, and we should get the weather. So 120.125. Just tuning it in here. Give me a second. Let's see what the weather's like. If it has the weather, because you never know with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Sometimes they do. I don't know. Let's check the air traffic control settings here, because that says it's not in use, which is not good. Well, let's see if they have anything, because it's supposed to have weather. No. Oh, there it is. No, that's Santa Maria. Back. All right, we'll check again. So, no. Well, that's interesting. Oh, there it is. Paso Robles Municipal. And they only have towers, so they do not have weather, even though in the real world they do. So, what are we going to do? Well, in the real world, if we couldn't have any weather at all, we look for a windsock, but we have San Luis County Regional at 120.6. Let's tune in there. Here it is. Air traffic control window. I like to do things manually, just like the real world. Let's see what they say for winds over here. We're also going to start descending.
San Luis Airport information by 2300 Zulu. Wind calm.
Oh, calm.
Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,200 feet, few Departing runway 11. VFR aircraft, say direction of flight.
Alright, so we have a choice here. Paso Robles has 2 different runways, and if I had 3-1, that's direct in, so I think I'm going to do that. And pattern altitude's about 1,800 feet, hence why we got the cruising descent happening already. But we'll head direct in on runway 31. So Paso Robles traffic, Cessna Foxtrot. We're about 15 miles to the southeast, and we're gonna be on extended final for runway 31, Paso Robles. Hope I said that right. And we'll keep looking for the airport. Again, everything's on GPS on my tablet, so that's where I'm getting this from. And kind of sad that they didn't get all of the weather stations in that are available in the real world, but I used to add them in to Prepared because I used to use what's that program there? Airport Design Editor. Yeah, Airport Design Editor, but they don't have anything like that for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Maybe they do through the SDK, but I haven't really read up on it. Just haven't had enough time to really get into that. But people are making a lot of add-ons out there, which is kind of cool. So we shall see where this goes. Again, I think it's easier to create scenery now, and I said this the other stream because the satellite imagery is already there. You just got to put in the buildings and correct things as needed. So, but we are direct in 3-1 Paso Robles. I don't know if you can see it out there. Yeah, it's right there. So that's where we're going. And we're very high, but we shall get there. So. Thank you so much for tuning in, by the way. I appreciate you sticking with me. I hope to be somewhat entertaining, and if not, I hope the views are spectacular. Nice, quick, easy flight. And again, we will check out Merced after this. So, just let me land it, park it, and then we'll take a quick trip over. And I might fly the next leg tonight, so I have to get the winds aloft over there again just to make sure we're good. But we'll do all that after too. Oh, at the gas? Thor, dude? Alright, I'll write that down. I don't mind seeing that at all. Someday, you know, I might put the Microsoft Flight Simulator traffic on there, and you can actually fly some of these legs with me too. But I'm also a member of the Virtual USA Flying Club. I don't know if you've seen that sign on the bottom, and we're just a bunch of simulator general aviation pilots, not all real world like me, but we fly like GA fly-ins and stuff. So if you're up for that, you know, the link is in the Twitch panels. And if not, you can quickly look at the banner when it pops up. We're on Discord. That's where we are for that. So, but I'm going to write down your username now, and we'll check it out. So, yeah, but I post my flights on the Virtual USA Flying Club, too, when I do streams and stuff. So, you would be having some notice if you wanted to jump on. But if you want, seeing I have to exit out here to go to Merced, I can turn on the Microsoft Flight Simulator traffic. And I'm going to be leaving from Paso Robles to Monterey. If you want to join along, that's up to you. You let me know. We also have the Eric Flight Discord, which isn't a hot big place right now because I started that a couple weeks ago, but you can do voice chat through there. I'm taking a big risk with that, I know, because I expect people to be respectful, which I'm sure you are, but it's kind of what we do on the Virtual USA Flying Club during flying. Then we have a Discord channel with the voice, and then we have that sim, and we have 2 push-to-talk buttons configured. So, but have a fun time there. So, okay, and we're enriching the mixture as we descend here. So, but we're way far out. Well, I would guess 9, 10 miles out. It says 9, so yeah. Paso Robles traffic, Cessna Foxtrot, 9 miles out to the southeast. We're on extended final for runway 31, Paso Robles. And we're definitely way too high here. So, we'll figure it out. I might put the flaps in early, but we have to be at 110 knots to do the first 10 degrees here. So, it should actually sit right here. Yeah, 110 knots. So, it's just like the 172N I fly in the real world. So, my name badge, by the way, really easy. It's just Eric Flight US. So, I went with the default one. It's Urban Tundra 27 or something. But, yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, you might be a little faster than me, obviously. But, yeah, what we'll do is we'll check out Merced, and then we'll get right back on from Pablo Robles to Monterey. We're also going to go via Mesa del Rey, Kilo Kilo India Charlie, because we want to stay out of the military operations area, and they have that TFR for the fires in real world. So like I try to practice again like it's real world, and right, we're gonna slow down, and we're gonna put some flaps in there because we're really high. So 10 degrees of flaps. Really early just to get it down there. Trim up slightly. Yeah, we're gonna be good on this. We just have to do a nice easy glide in there. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, we'll set it up, and feel free to join along. I have no problems with that at all. 4,000 feet. Pad altitude again is, I believe, 1,800. Yeah, 1,800 feet or so. And I did not put the 10 degrees of flaps in, but now they're in there. There we go. Trim down slightly. Go. Paso Robles traffic, Cessna 9 Echo Foxtrot. 4 miles to the southwest on extended final for runway 31, Paso Robles. And this does have an airport diagram, which I was not shocked about, but I guess it's big enough to warrant one. And I also want to check out on Google Maps where most of the traffic goes, so we will do that. I do that in the real world too. 3,000, full mixture, put a little more RPMs in there. You can see that it went right down. Pretty soon we'll put 20 degrees in. We usually do that on base. But it seems like, yeah, it's on the other side of the airport, so I know where it's right near the terminal where General Aviation parks. Okay, trim down, go to 17, and we'll even out a little bit so we can get to white arc. All right, 20 degrees of flaps. We should be descending about 80 knots. And if not, we're going to trim up. Whoop. Trim up. Thank you. Still very high. So, you know what? Put full flaps in. No throttle. Trimming up. We got to slow down here. Very high. Oh boy. Oh man. Just haven't been doing well on my descents lately. Way better in the real world. But we'll try our best. And if not, we'll go around really fast. I'm sorry, it's going to take a little longer if I have to go around, but it's not looking good right now. Yeah. Alright, going around. Paso Robles traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot, going around. Runway 31, Paso Robles. Okay, 10 degrees of flaps retracted. Another 10 degrees, and there we go, climb. We don't have to climb a lot actually, because we're at 2,000, so we'll trim down. And I believe it's a left pattern for runway 31. My tablet's also going to die soon, so I'll have to plug in, but it is left. Okay. power, we'll descend still. Now that we're almost clear of the runway, almost. There's no traffic out there to be said anyways. But we're gonna park right over here, because that's where the general aviation seems to be parking, right around the terminal. And we'll wait till we're out a little bit further and turn crosswind for runway 31. Alright, clear on the left, turning left crosswind. We also want to descend, so. I started that descent. I should have started like 20 miles out. I did like 16, but you do what you can and you fix things as you go, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Downwind will be right across that runway right there. So clear on the left. Keep descending. Let's go. I swear my brain is much sharper when I'm flying in real life. Has to be. I would. Not be this bad. But, you know, we're all human, right? Alright, more this way. Paso Robles traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot, left downwind for runway 31, Paso Robles. We're about at pattern altitude here. Trim down a little bit. And we're going to cross the numbers there. We'll put the RPMs to 17 and put 10 degrees of flaps in. Get this thing set up for a nice, easy transition to land. Alright, 17. 100 RPM that is. We're below 110, so put 10 degrees of flaps. That button actually worked this time. Nose down slightly. Start our descent. Hey look, it's our shadow. Okay, picking a visual probably around here to turn base. Going right over a highway here, you see some traffic, which is kind of cool. Okay, clear on the left, turning base. Paso Robles traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot, downwind to base, runway 31, Paso Robles. There's not a lot of wind, so I'm gonna turn directly 90 degrees and see where we end up here. Right about there, a little right rudder. Turn out, we're good. All right, turning final, clear on the left. And I shall also be at 15 and another 10 degrees of flaps, which should have happened before, but that's cool. Want to be about 70. Paso Robles traffic, Cessna 9 Echo Foxtrot, final runway 31, Paso Robles. Okay, 10 more degrees of flaps, full flaps. Should be down to about 65, 60. These planes tend to float, by the way. They have to fix that, too. Right now, I'd definitely be at 70 knots, not 75. But it does bleed off eventually, but they do float. Alright, that's more where I like it. Want to be about 65, 60 on the touchdown. Okay, we'll level up and then we'll do a flare. No throttle needed. A little bit now. See, now we're at 60. And flaring. I'm a little early on the flare actually, so I'm gonna let it do that. Peripheral vision comes into play here. That wasn't the worst landing. You know? Like how the windsock's just kind of flopping around there. Flaps up. Okay, airport diagram. We're gonna have to taxi off on Bravo, which should be at the end of the runway, believe it or not. So we have to go the whole runway. And it's calm winds, so I don't have to deflect the ailerons in any particular way right now. So we're going down 0.6% decline on the runway. And aerodynamic braking, you just pull the elevator all the way back, and usually it slows down a lot faster than that. I gotta be honest with you. And then as you slow down more, you're gonna use your rudder to get off the runway. You don't want to use brakes unless you really have to, so try not to do that. There's another runway that I'm crossing right here, but I didn't see anyone, so we're gonna be good. And we're gonna call clear as soon as we cross this line here. So, but that's a lot of speed for doing all that braking with aerodynamic and stuff. So like, that's what I'm saying. It floats because it's just not aerodynamically not the same. Paso Robles traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot, clear of runway 13, Paso Robles. All right, checklist. Flaps up, check, strobes off, turning off now. Landing light, I like to leave on, taxi, I like to leave on for visibility. Trim set for takeoff. Right about there, good. Let's go back to our airport diagram. Taxi to the terminal, to left onto Alpha, which is over here, but you can't see any signs, can you? Another thing that needs to be fixed. Okay, and no one's around me, so I'm just gonna go for it like I do in real world at Plymouth because it's all good right now. If you heard a lot of traffic going on with taxiing, then you'd probably want to call your taxi, but we're okay. And welcome to Paso Robles. Okay, we'll take a right onto Charlie up ahead. The taxi lights are pretty good here. Of course, I'm going to say that now, then they'll be like one in the middle of the taxiway. Or maybe they fixed it in the patch, I don't know. But, Shane, if you want to load up, get things ready, because I know I always miss something when I don't take my time loading up, go ahead. And we'll be right at the terminal on Paso Robles. So, hey, look, it's Charlie, everyone. They got the sign right and everything, almost, because we're still on Alpha. Charlie is to the right. So, hey, they're trying. The taxi lights are pretty decent for a default airport, so. There we go. And the terminal is right over there, if I'm looking at this right. So that's where we're going to park. That might be VATSIM traffic, or it could be real world. I don't know, because if it doesn't have a call sign, it usually means VATSIM. So if that's you, Shane, let me know. But we're going to go check out Merced really fast, because I promised I would do that. So exit out to the menu, go there in a second once I shut this down. Yeah, 57 minutes of total flight time, so that makes sense in a way. Oh, is that ground crew over there? Should we use them? Nah. We'll park in front of the terminal over here with the other planes. Probably have an FBO fee there anyways. Alright, and I also gonna have to put the charging cable on my tablet here, which is fine, I got everything here. So, alright, I'll take a right here. Paso Robles. Take a quick look outside. Go to the main menu. Go to Merced, California for my friend King Cam there. And then be on our way on our second leg. Again, that's Paso Robles to Monterey via Kilo, I'll get it. Kilo, India, Charlie, Mesa Del Rey Airport. All right, looking outside. Paso Robles, you know, it's like a pretty nice airport. Kind of resembles what's on my airport diagram, so I can't go wrong there. And yeah, let's shut this thing down. So checklist. Securing ELT verify silent. That would. They actually have the ELT button, which I just found today, so it is silent. There's no light over there. I guess that's how you test it. Avionics off, so radios and stuff going off. Very good. I wish they let you save where you park. I used to like having that option because I could always start where I parked, but that's okay. All lights off except for beacon because the engine's still on. All right, mixture full lean. Mags off, master off, lights off. All right, and we're looking pretty good. Let me turn off the background music here. Hope that was pleasant to listen to, but we'll put it back on as we continue flights. And with that, let's look at Merced. So KPRB to Kilo Mike Romeo Yankee. I had to think about that for a second. Monterey, California, and that's via Kilo India Charlie, I think it was. So all right, let me get the main menu here, and we'll go take a look at Merced, California, which I believe is, God, I don't even know. So let me look at AirNav. If I don't know, I look at AirNav for things. Continue. Enjoy the music. I think the soundtrack is pretty nice. But AirNav right here, awesome place to go. We use it in the real world too to get Merced, thank you. And Merced Regional, Kilo Mike Charlie Echo. And that gives me a lot of what I need there. And it just crashed, but that's okay. We'll start it back up. Enjoy the scroll background there. And we'll be pretty good. We'll be all right. So let me write this down while I have time. I'm going to load the plan here while I'm at it. Just try to get everything going that I can get going. Of course, it crashed now, so now it doesn't want to show me the sectional. So KMRY via, God, I think it's Kilo India Charlie. Thank you for your patience. I just want to make some people happy. So we'll check out Merced, California, and we'll be right back on the ground in Paso Robles. So it's supposed to load faster too with that new patch, so it seems like it is loading faster. And I think I already made a new image for this too, so I'm gonna load stuff while we do this. PRB. There we go. All right, so we got to change that, and again, we're gonna check out Merced for King Cam. So that's the first thing we'll do. We'll fly the drone around a little bit, like a minute or two around, and then see what we can do here. But I'll show you what I can. And thank you for your patience, especially if you just tuned in. We will be continuing to our next flight after that, which is already on today's flight on the bottom of the screen. Paso Robles to Monterey, which will be the last flight for tonight. And I also have to get the winds aloft for that, so I forgot all about that. But worst case scenario, I just fly it with a GPS. Everything else is already figured out here, so. It's actually the same winds and everything, because yeah, 8,500 altitude is planned. Again, to stay above mountains. Light and variable. I got my E6B coming out while I check out Merced, just Kilo Mike Charlie Echo. Also put on live player. Actually, we'll do that because I want to have it during the day. I'm probably gonna have to come back to this anyway, so I wasn't thinking, but that's okay. It's cool. Let's hope no one's on the runway, or else they're gonna see me really fast. And a lot of stuff I'm doing in between, so. While it loads really fast, we'll, okay, 9, going to take us about 53 minutes or so, at least in the 172 to get there. Fuel. 10.4 gallons of fuel. That's with an extra an extra half hour of gas for VFR day. Late and variable on the winds. Now I'm just going to calculate the checkpoints while that loads. So that's what this E6B does. It gives us all the
Kilo Mike
information.
Charlie Echo Traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taking off runway ONE2 straight out departure.
And this is Merced, everybody. So, hopefully no one's landing. I'm just going to send the drone out, give you a little view. But, my flap switch isn't working. Probably because I'm in drone mode. Yeah. Alright, everything's off, so that's why that just quit on me. Alright, and here's what Merced Regional looks like. I believe the city's out there. But, let's see if I can speed this up a little bit. There we go. So the regional airport is here. And then we'll check out the city or town of Merced. I don't know what that is, but this is what it looks like. So, King Cam, I hope it's looking kind of like what you thought it would look like. Okay, I'm looking back at the airport over there. The environmental sounds in this too, with the drone, and even if you're just parked, are really cool. I remember way back in the day with Flight Sim, I think it was 2002. They used to have some nice bush scenery up in the northwest, and God, what was it? It was Lago, L-A-G-O. They were a company that made scenery back then, and they made like a sound effects engine, and I thought it was pretty cool back then. Maybe again it's the musician in me, and I like auditory things, but it's nice that they brought that type of feature here in Flight Simulator. So I'm swinging back to the airport, but hopefully that kind of looks like Merced. I think it would. I mean, most of the scenery in here looks pretty good compared to real life. They might not be the real buildings down there, but so that's Merced. That's Merced Regional. And Fresno, is that south of here? Yeah. So Fresno's out here. That's as fast as the drone goes. So I'll give you a look at Fresno, and then I'm going to go back to Paso Robles. So Shane, I'll be with you in a couple minutes, and then we'll take it from there. But I'll be on VATSIM still, but we'll have multiplayer on at the same time. It's no problem there. I think this is Fresno. That's a big airport, whatever that is. Jesus. So yeah, that would be Merced. So hopefully, King Cam, you got to see that, and if not, you'll watch the archived version of this flight. But that's what it looks like out here. All right, new messages. All right, cool. There's no rush either, so don't feel like I'm just gonna ditch you or, you know, I'll be like impatient. So, all right, main menu. And I still gotta do my checkpoint times anyways on the E6B, so, and also reset my watch here. Again, I like practicing real world cross-country procedures. This keeps me sharp on that. And the last real world flight I took was to, God, I can never remember the name of it. Windham Airport, Willimantic, Connecticut, that's what it was. And I got to do my cross-country stuff there as well, with checkpoints and everything. Okay, so Paso Robles, oops. Probably should have, why isn't that coming up? That's weird. Not Denver, sorry. Alright. No, not custom. Oh. Well, there we go. Zoom in and get back to that parking spot, which was again at the terminal. So right about here, I guess. So I'll be on ramp 3. We're going to Monterey. Right there. And we're going to go way of Kilo Kilo India Charlie. So that's, yeah, I got it right. All right. Which should be out here somewhere. No. So I got to find that. All right, let me get my sectional here. Which of course is not working, because you know, it's that type of day. There we go. We're going to add that, and that'll give us a waypoint in the middle. And that will get us going. Flight conditions, just double checking. Custom, live weather. I'll set it for, I don't know. Yeah, I'll set it for like 4. Okay, I'm gonna hit live just to make sure that loads. But the weather seems to be doing better since that patch update. And all players, I will see you. I can't put live players, so it's gonna be nighttime out there. Live traffic for real world air traffic. Custom on that. And fly. Alright, so I will be on the apron near the terminal there, Shane. Let me know when you're on there. And again, your call sign, I wrote it down. Thor Dude. It's pretty cool. My wife's a big admirer of Thor. Oh boy. And while we're doing this, I was gonna do my checkpoint times, which should take me like seconds to do here. So luckily this saves everything. Flight, leg time, 17 nautical miles, 114 ground speed, 9 minutes. So much to do when you got the sim settings and stuff, but we'll get there. 22 and 16. But E6Bs help us calculate ground speed and all that stuff in advance, so that way when we're planning, we're good. Alright, I gotta calculate this now. Actually, I already did. So with that, I'm gonna do 535. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I actually have a really long, but yet somewhat boring, but interesting video at the same time on how to traditionally flight plan this. It doesn't go as fast as what I'm doing now, because I'm using an electronic E6B, and I know how to do it pretty well from doing it in real life. But feel free to check that out. It's on the Eric Flight YouTube channel. And I forgot to change my call sign, but you know what? We're just going with it. All right, and sometimes it doesn't always show up with traffic, so Thor Dude, I'm looking for you. You let me know when you get on there. But I'm in parking spot 3, and we'll see if we can get you on there. If not, what I can do is I can add you as a friend over here, and then you add to group, and it will hopefully connect you on multiplayer. But that's supposed to be fixed too. I don't know if you got the update today, but they supposedly worked on multiplayer issues as well. So while we're waiting, I already calculated all my checkpoint times and stuff. We'll get this thing started up. Fuel's gotta go on, and let's make sure everything's working here. Gonna have a Logitech USB throttle quadrant, so I have to make sure everything kind of works with it. So, because I use a TPM, like a Cessna, the Saitek one, to control things from in the Cessna, obviously. Seat track back lock, avionics off, autopilot off, throttle 1/4 of an inch. Beautiful. All right, mixture full lean, it is. Brakes are set, master on, beacon on. Auxiliary fuel pump is going on. Full rich, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, full lean, pump off. And now I'm gonna say clear prop, max to start, and mixture as we start. There we go. Should be at about 1,000. Good. Very good. And Shane, I'm waiting for you, so don't worry. Just gonna get everything proactively done here. All right, seatbelt harnesses, flaps up. They are. Cabin air I'm going to put on right now because as you knew it was like 72 degrees up at like 6,000, 7,000 feet, so it's got to be like 90 down here. Oil pressure, didn't check, it's in the green somewhat. Lights as required, we'll put them on now. Landing, taxi, pretend the nav controls the ADS-B, however the transponder usually does in these newer planes. That doesn't look like one that does, it might. I don't fly an SP model in the real world because we just don't have those nice planes. Even defrost avionics on. Okay, include transponder, set to 1200. Okay, ATIS. And I also got to check Fantastic to see if anyone's on here, but I don't think they are. Actually, you know what? They are on here. Oakland Center is on there, so that's pretty cool. So let's get that flight plan going, shall we? I think we shall. Alright, so we gotta restart vPilot because it went off when the simulator closed down there. Hopefully we don't have another crash. Mode C is off. Flight plan. This is why I do my flight planning. Paso Robles to Monterey. What'd I say? I put like 4 o'clock. I'll say 4:30. How's that? So 20:30 is right. It should take us about 53 minutes, just like the other flight. Wow. We're gonna have full fuel because I'm gonna cheat and put that in there, 8,500. So it's pretty much the same thing. I'm gonna save that in case this does crash, so I have it. And I'll close it. Connect. Flight plan file. And we're good there. So this is all VATSIM. This is online air traffic control. This is where you get the voice servers and everything. So, all right. With that, all right. I will turn up my volume a little bit. There you go. How's that? Checking. 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, I don't know what you mean by EOR, but I'll look for you. Thor dude. Oh, and the runway. Yeah, duh, I got it now. Yeah, Thor dude, you're up there. Thor dude 74. So that's cool. What runway are you at? So I was gonna check the ATIS next one. But again, there is no ATIS here because they messed up. So we'll just go with winds calm again because it hasn't been that long. And 3-1. Okay, well, we'll see what VATSIM gives me. I might be different if they calculate differently. So don't wait for me, and I'll get en route with you. But you're probably gonna be a little faster than me because I'm about 114 true airspeed here. So I'll try my best. All right, Oakland Center 132.2. Go. All right, and I got my charts ready. I reloaded the flight plan, but that program with the GPS out is not working, so I'm gonna reload that.
867 ready.
Screen's gonna flash here, people. Just give it a second.
Southwest 876. Runway 30 right, cleared for takeoff. The San Jose wind is 32012.
And he's very loud too.
830 right, cleared for takeoff, and just confirm we're Southwest 867.
Southwest 867 affirmative.
I tried turning him down, but that's about as good as it's gonna get. So. All right.
Oakland Center, Skyliner
GPS.
316
So many
at
things
flight
to do
level
on this.
360.
When it's set up nice.
Skyliner 316, roger, how's that ride?
We're still bouncing. I don't think we're going to be able to escape it, so we'll hang here.
Right.
Roger that.
3-1's what I picked because I was direct in, so.
Oakland Center, Horizon 10, request taxi 30 right.
Horizon 10, taxi
Actually,
runway
you know what? We're
30
Class E
right
here,
via
so
Zulu
I
Alpha
don't have
1.
to contact them. That is true.
Zulu Alpha 1,
It's
Horizon 10,
non-controlled,
and do you want us to give way to the pushing power COJ?
Yeah, if he's pushing right now and he's blocking you, give way to him, and then you can follow him.
A-frame, Horizon 10.
Alright, I'm on VATSIM Unicom because we're in Class E, so I don't have to contact ground. And I will meet you at runway 31. So I will be right there. I'm going to go Echo to Foxtrot to runway 31 now, so it's going to be a little different. Alright, we're going to check the brakes on the way out. Very good. And this is Echo over here. Should probably look to my right. We're clear. We're good. Very good. These taxi lights would probably not be there in real life, especially this one in the middle of the taxiway. But that's cool. It irks me to no end. All right, you do what you have to do, I guess. See, it's saying this is Bravo, but it's not Bravo. In the real world, it's Echo. So, I did send Microsoft these suggestions, though, so I'm hoping that they do fix these things, because it's not gonna. I mean, they did it in Prepared and FSX and all those other simulators. It wasn't Microsoft Prepared, obviously, but there's no reason for this. Okay, I just set the airport elevation's 839. I got to cross runway 1 here, so Paso Robles traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot crossing runway 1 at Echo Paso Robles. And we're clear. Probably should have called it more when I was over here, but that's cool. We're getting there. And Thor Dude, you're out there. I see ya, so that's good. I don't have to worry about not seeing you, because that did happen, I guess, before patch 2 today. Sometimes. I know if my brother and I had to reconnect with him a couple times. Going a little fast on this taxi here, but we'll be okay. I'm going to skip the run-up if that's okay with everybody. We'll just pretend I did it. Usually there's no problems. I've never had a problem in Flight Simulator with mags or anything like that, so we'll just pretend I did it. Yep. My tablet just died because I forgot to plug it in, but it's cool. I got a cord right here. That's why we don't plug things in while we taxi. Well, there's a little comedy in the stream, right? Right. What's that house doing over there? If you live there, you're a brave soul. You must hear things at all hours of the night. That's all I'm saying. So. Alright, I don't have a paper sectional for out west either, so I can't go to a backup thing. But I do have this program backed up on my phone. It's fast charging right now, so hopefully we're good before we get to the runway. Thor Dude, I got you on visual. You're right there. So I'm making my way there. And direct to Kilo Kilo Charlie India. There was one little point, though. I had to go to the right just slightly to stay out of restricted airspace, so I'll try to guide you through that. Of course, I need my sectional to really know where that is, but we're gonna try to. We're gonna definitely stay out of that military operations area. But I think there was a little jutting out of a restricted airspace, which will probably be over at 8,500 feet. But I didn't have a paper sectional to check out what that airspace goes up to. So best part is just to stay out if you're not sure. So. All right, sir. If you're on that runway, I'm just gonna hold short here. Load up the tablet here, which is now loading. And the runway is yours. So feel free to do whatever you feel appropriate right now, whenever you're ready. There's no rush. Again, Thor Dude is with us, flying this flight, and he is departing. Hear the roar. The TBM. You are flying a TBM, I believe. That's what you said. So. And as soon as my tablet wants to load, which I still have time for, which is cool. Wonder if it saved everything. Probably not. Oh, it did. Cool. All right. Let's make sure the GPS is working. It is. Awesome. Back to Avera, which is the program I use in the real world and for flight simming. Make sure my plan's loaded. Notice I save these all in advance for things that happen like this. And I just push load and active. And it loads my flight plan for me. Yes, there's some restricted airspace up ahead as we depart 3-1. So go a little bit to the right. So I would say heading of 330, just to stay out of that restricted airspace ahead. All right, with that, we're gonna look right. Thor, dude, you seem to be on your way, so I'm gonna call it here. Paso Robles traffic, Cessna Foxtrot, departing runway 31, departure to the northwest. Paso Robles. And that's on the VETSIM Unicom. Again, this is Class E, so there's no need to contact center just yet. Squawking 1200. Mode C so they can see me. And here we go. But yeah, I encourage anyone, if you ever want to fly with me on any of these flights, go ahead, have some fun, knock yourself out. Okay, rotator 55, climb at 74. We pretended we did the run up, and everything looks good. So here we go. Oh no, it's Mo Hosco, but he's hopefully not on that runway. I think he's way out in the distance. So it's okay. I'm probably slower than you anyway, Shane. So just take off runway 31, head out 330, and I'll see you up there. I won't be that far ahead. Rotate. It's all right. We'll get through it. I've been there. That sucks when it happens. Climbing at 74. How's my trim looking? Yeah. There we go. Does it crash a lot on you? Because mine crashed here and there, but it's pretty stable once I get things going. So. All right. We'll get situated on course here again. I'm going to climb to 8,500. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. It happens. It's like hit or miss with this. It doesn't crash a lot, at least in my experience, but once in a while, like when I exited out and went to Merced and did all this and that, it does some funky stuff. It's not all the time. I heard some people can't even use it at all. Then they asked Microsoft for refunds, and Microsoft basically said, no, we're not giving refunds. So, what's that? Oh, just a lot of country. All right, we're going to head 330 a little bit. Let's look to our right before we do that. Clear on the right. Again, because we have restricted 2504 A and B, which I have no clue because, again, I don't have a paper sectional, and I don't have the version from the FAA. I have my EFB showing me that, so I'm just going to stay out of there. But that TBM is going to catch up in no time. In fact, you might even overtake me, so don't feel bad. Worst case scenario, I fly a little bit ahead of you, and then I'll let you know where you are, and I'll wait for you at the airport. Probably even try to send the drone out to take a nice video of your landing. So no pressure either. We don't judge here. There's no judging. So the other thing I like to do is look at people's usernames out here, like Mr. Evil Eye. You know, he's flying the TBM 900. B350. That's Beach, maybe. Here's a 787 Max, I believe. So it's all good. God, when I flew with my brother the first time, he's not a real well pilot or anything, but he went right through my aircraft. And what happens in that case, it's not like the old days where it would say you crashed, because they obviously couldn't do that with people who just want to fly online for fun, because they're probably crashing in a lot of things. But they just kind of become ghost planes, and they go right through you. So that was good. But we will be on track here soon. Again, I just have to go to the right, or I should say the north a little bit, because there's restricted airspace and military operations areas all the way out there. So something we want to avoid. 3,000, we're going to lean out the mixture slightly. You can see the RPM's going up. Hear the engine going a little more powerful. And the EGT is right about where it is usually at peak. Here to slow down slightly, so now we're going to rich in the mixture a little bit. we go. We'll leave it there for now. Climbing at 80. Again, it gets you enhanced cooling on the engine, and you can usually see over the hood a little bit better. I'm short, so I gotta get whatever I can get. So. All right, Shane, give us an update when you leave, so that way I can kind of know that you left. And we'll turn a little bit on course now. That restricted airspace is actually out here, so probably past there in the open fields. And our first checkpoint will be over King City, California, Mesa del Rey Airport. And I can get a updated pressure there, but I kind of cheated by using what I had before. Head 320. Turn a little bit more on course. Just really nice weather. We have real world weather on. It's supposed to be clear, so it kind of looks like what's going on in the real life, according to what I see on Sky Vector. I'm going to climb a little bit more, and then I'm going to contact Oakland Center. And I want to get some flight following, because we're right on the edge. Now, do we have to contact them? No. But what's the point of flying that Simlish contact them? I don't know. Sometimes I don't contact them at all and just do it like a real world VFR flight, but it's good on long cross countries. This is a cross country because we're going to fly 82 nautical miles. Anything over 50 is officially cross country. There's another way around that, but they won't count it if you're doing training unless it's 50 nautical miles or more. What was I saying? So this is a cross country flight, and it would be good to get flight following in the real world because it's just another set of eyes for you to find traffic while you're en route. All right. 310-ish was my magnetic heading calculated to, oh, yeah, see I loaded the old ones, but I got it all set up on my tablet on the home screen. So we'll turn this way just a little bit, keep climbing. It didn't save any of my checkpoint times, which is okay. You know what, at this point, I'm just gonna let it be, and I'm gonna use the GPS. That's all we're gonna do. We did all the calculating for nothing because my tablet turned off. So we'll play it risque, and we'll just check for checkpoints. Besides, I didn't even start my stopwatch because again, I'm so used to the real world. For starting by itself, it like senses when you start getting altitude. It starts the count up, if you will, of flight time. So let's just enjoy the scenery, shall we? It's all good. Alright, so that restricted airspace is directly across from us over here. I don't know quite what they do there. What's this thing over there? I don't even know what that is, but that looks a little suspicious. And now there's a little bit of haze here, but it's not like before with some broken clouds, smoke from the fires out here. In the real world, they do have a TFR. Let me just update this while we climb. It's hard to type and fly at the same time. Alright, so I got Sky Vector here. Here's our route. We're gonna fly from Pablo Robles to Kilo Kilo India Charlie King City. And you see this? This is the TFR for all the fires out there in the real world. So they don't want you from surface to 10,000, and it's valid for 23 days. They're fighting fires currently out there. So we don't want to be there. Here's that restricted airspace I was talking about along with the military operations area. So not worth overflying those unless you really have to, which is why we're over here. And we're definitely more to the east than we have to be, but it's better that we're out here rather than over the military operations area. It's not that you can't fly in them, restricted airspace, obviously you have to see where the limitations are on that. Sometimes if you contact the controlling agency on that and it's clear, you'll be fine to traverse that, but you have to ask for permission. Whereas military operations areas, you don't have to ask for permission, but it's very smart to do so, because if it's active, you could have a little hazard there. All right, off our left here, this is the Salinas River, which runs up, I think. I mean, I'm looking at the sectional here, but some nice scenery. Getting to 8,500. We're gonna lean off the mixture just slightly. See the EGT rising, and I'm looking at the RPMs mostly because that's how we do it. The plane's eye flat because we don't have an EGT temperature gauge. That's an engine gas temperature, I believe it's called. Could be gasket. My brain's just not working tonight, so bear with me. But we're far out to the east, so I'm going to turn in a little bit, as you can see, to get a little bit more on course. And we're definitely going to miss all those military operations areas over there. Some guy on YouTube, he flew to Area 51 and did a whole video on that. They do have Area 51 in the sim, according to what I saw with him. And obviously you wouldn't be there in real life, but you know, it's quite interesting that it's still there. Previous simulators way back in the day, it was not put in there at all. Crossing 6,500, and we're going all the way to 8,500. Shane, are you still with me, or just want to make sure we're good? I'm not that far off, so give me a sign if you can. And if any of you have any questions out there or want to add some commentary, go ahead. Just make it respectful in the chat. Whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, it's going to go to the same place. Because I use Restream to stream to both places. And I should probably update Fly Live to let you know where we are. And approaching there. So let me, I'm entering that information in right now. Now that gold bar will show you how far along we are on our route. When that bar disappears entirely, we'll be in Monterey. I've also been fooling around with Sim Toolkit Pro because they rate your landings, and I actually had a negative 81 feet per minute on that last landing, so I'm good. I'm pretty good on that. So I don't mean to beat my own chest or anything, but I really don't care about that. As long as any landing's a good landing, you know. So any landing is a good landing. The 172, I've had some good landings, and I've had other landings where they could have been better, but I did survive. So before I bought the cushion, due to my nice structural 5'4" frame in height, I had problems seeing over the nose of the hood as much as I do in the 152. 152, I got no problem. 172, I need a little bit of a height adjustment with the cushion, so I bring that with me when I fly the 172. And ever since then, I've been a lot better, but I actually bounced once or twice on the runway, and I wasn't feeling too good about that in the 172, but since then, I'm doing pretty good. So, and I did get checked out for 5 hours in all 3 models of the 172 of my flight club. So, from what I read online, it's a normal thing for bouncing to happen on some landings, but it's not something you want to keep it going on. So, I did do the right things, though. They say to basically go around or increase throttle if you didn't bounce that much. Usually go around's the way to do it, though. And I increased throttle and was able to land the thing, but I've only bounced on 2 landings, so the majority of landings I've been fine on, and it's just more practice. So nothing wrong, just the plane still wants to fly, and I was trying to go at a little faster speed because we had gusts going on, and I have to learn that you can't go as fast as you think you have to for gusts. So it's better just to go a little slower, still have a little extra speed, go a little slower, and get that flare to be nice and even. So like I said, it's been pretty good lately with the landings. 172. 152, that thing feels like just totally familiar to me. But again, I trained in that, and it's when I go back to the 152 from the 172, it actually even feels a little easier to fly, only because it's lighter, and I think it's a little more forgiving. With the 172, you got to trim it out more. Like right now, I should be trimming climbing at 80, but you know, I kind of let it fly. So we are 10 minutes out from King City with Mesa Del Rey Airport, and then we'll be turning west to go direct to Monterey. But we're right on track here. Let's look out. I know one of my checkpoints was San Ardo Airport. It's on my right somewhere. It's a little private airport down here. So let's see if they put it in. They had a closed airport down here. San Ardo. Maybe it's this? That's what I'm thinking. Little private airport. So that must be it right there. Actually, it's right there. I just found it. Now it's going to be one of my checkpoints right there. And we can follow the highway, which is the secondary way of navigating this. One of my former co-workers. Oh, hey, trim it out. We're at 8,500. Cool. One of my former co-workers left her job at my current school still where I would teach, and moved to King City. So that's the only familiarization I have with King City. But from what I understand, it's like a little town in the middle of the mountains, kind of like in a valley between the mountains. So we shall look at it as we pass, though, because that's the only major town around here. And as you can see, it's just surrounded by hills, valleys, and mountains, which, as we've seen, is very California-ish. So, Shane, if you're still with me, just check in. Let me know where you are. But still time to catch up. I don't think it's gonna take you that long in the TBM. Take a look behind me. No. Repeating Owl 0. Even if you want to load up at Kilo Kilo India Charlie, you know, start there, that's up to you. But no rush. If you're on your way, I'll wait for you at Monterey as you land and try to get some video on the stream, so you let me know. If you did tune in, I didn't really get to say this, but this is the continuation of my Around the USA flights in a 172. We did start in Plymouth, Massachusetts, which is my home base in real life. And we went around the perimeter of the United States. We did start on prepared version 5 for a simulator. And then when Microsoft Flight Simulator came out, we transitioned to that. So obviously better visuals here, but did have a couple of quirks and bugs at first. And I'm not contacting Oakland Center right now. I'm just going to enjoy the flying, so no problem at all. Monterey, though, we will have to contact them for that because that's a Class Charlie. So maybe we'll contact them over King City and get flight following into the Charlie. So very nice scenery out here. Should be. We're 12 miles out, so about 5.5 minutes out from King City. Ground speed of 128 knots. We're making a pretty good time, but I should be at 8,500. And I also like to be at 2,500 RPMs. So also have to leave the mixture one last time. Guess about right there. And we're just about there at King City, California. Let's take a look in front of the plane. I wish this would trim out a little easier, but That is a real-world flight right there, Southwest Airlines 1424. So if you have Flight Radar 24, check that out, and you can find out what that flight is in real life. That would be 8:21 p.m. Pacific time. That is up there, though. So seems to be a little city out there, or is that mountains? Oh, it's just mountains. I thought that was buildings. King City coming up right here. Again, just a little town in the middle of a valley, mountains around it. We're going to turn 289er as we overfly the airport here. And it will be direct from Monterey. And we'll also call into Oakland Center for flight following at that time. So, well, trim's a little bit better. Thor dude, there you are. You're right in front of me. So, you are back. We got ya. And you're definitely going to get there before me, so which is no problem. Caution, intensive aerobatic activity. See supplement. Well, I have a chart supplement, but let's see what they say in it. Functionary Oakland Center. Intensive aerobatic activity in view of airport here. And they'd probably warn me if there was any aerobatic. But again, I'm just visual, so I'm also 8,500-ish feet, 500-ish, because I can't seem to trim it right now. But again, King City. Right there. There's the airport we want to fly over, so we'll kick over to the right a little bit. From what I researched, that kind of looks like King City right there. It's not a very big town. Or city. I guess it's a city, so it's called King City. The airport's not that big either, so. That's cool. Hey, Shane, it's all good. It's all good. But you are definitely going to get there before me, which is fine. Give you a little adventure at least, you know. Try to put out some visuals as we go here. Alright, we're coming across the airport there. We'll get Oakland Center ready to go. Let me check the frequency again on VATSIM. That'd be 132.2, which I already had in there.
Number 87 Papa Whiskey, expect the ILS approach runway 28 right. Some aircraft have been calling low clouds at the airport, so we'll just go ILS 28 right.
28 right will be 874 Papa Whiskey.
Oakland Center, November 489 Echo Foxtrot.
November 489er Echo Foxtrot, Oakland Center, go ahead.
Cessna Echo Foxtrot, we're 8,500 over Kilo India Charlie, requesting flight following. We're en route to Monterey. Kilo Mike Romeo Yankee.
Number 489er Echo Foxtrot, Oakland Center, Roger, squawk 3342, 3342.
3342 for 9 Echo Foxtrot. I gotta clear that. There we go. 2,500 RPM. And we are making a slight turn onto direct
Oakland Center, November 716, Sierra Zulu.
Thor Duke, or Shane, you're a little bit to the north than where I'm going to be, but feel free to stay there.
November 716 Sierra Zulu, Oakland Center.
So don't worry about it. Disregard what I said. You're doing fine.
Flight following on our way to Fresno, flight level 090.
Yeah, guy, enriching the mixture here a little bit.
Number 716 Sierra Zulu, Oakland Center, squawk 3273.
Squawk 3273.
November 89er Echo Foxtrot, Oakland Center, radar contact over the King City Airport, 8,500. The Monterey altimeter is 29er. Expect the localizer DME approach, if you'd like it, to runway 28 left.
I'm actually VFR, so...
Oh, never mind.
No problem. 9 Echo Foxtrot.
Niner Echo Foxtrot, VFR descent is your discretion. Just let me know when you have the field.
Roger, Wilco, Niner Foxtrot. All right, so they're so used to instrument, like the big air jets and stuff like that, that sometimes I guess you have to remind them of VFR, but it's all good. Again, the Virtual USA Flying Club, we're trying to bring general aviation into VATSIM more and more. And they do appreciate us. It's just that they are so used to virtual airlines and stuff. And that's actually where I started, so I get it. You know. Pink City, we have departed.
November 5
And we're direct to Monterey. So, Nordude,
050 Bravo. Roger, taxi to Atlantic this frequency.
Okay, to Atlantic with you, 50.
Oakland Center, citation 874 Papa Whiskey, can we have low order?
In November 874 Papa Whiskey, descend and maintain 3000, fly present heading.
Descend and maintain 3000, present heading 874 Papa Whiskey.
In 19 minutes or so, we're 38 and a half nautical miles out, so. There we go, 289er I think I said, on the planning. Yeah, because the winds are light and variable at this flight level, so. The flight planning does count for something. I know I didn't get my checkpoint times because my tablet crashed, but GPS solves a little of everything. Again, what I've said in other streams, they're slowly getting rid of VORs here and there in the real world because they're they're making pilots more dependent on GPS. They're not going to get rid of
Number
all of them.
874 Papa Whiskey, turn left heading 330, you're 10 miles from Seepin, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear ILS approach and weight 28 right.
Maintain 3000 until established, and left turn 330, I think I heard you had 874 Papa Whiskey.
They're not going to get rid of all the VORs, but they're slowly deactivating some.
Number 716 Sierra Zulu, Oakland Center. Radar contact, and you going to Santa Barbara? Looks like you're going to Santa Barbara unless you're going somewhere else.
Number 716 Sierra Zulu. Yeah, that might be correct on your end. I forgot to file my flight plan.
Number 716 Zulu, Roger, and I also show you filed for 10,000.
I'm going to go back over there and re-go over it. I'll contact you when it's ready.
Roger. Power 232, contact Los Angeles Center 125.8.
See ya! 125.8, but we don't want to go, Brett.
I know, I don't want you to go either, Mike, but we just have to part ways, my friend.
Air traffic control.
All right, I suppose. We'll go over to LA Center and see what they're like. See ya!
See ya! November 891, Victor, November, same for you, 125.8. Have a nice evening.
Copy, 125.8. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too, did the same.
I'm trying to see if you're out there. I also didn't turn on strobes, I just turned them on now. But if I'm stable here.
And at 432, Roger, if you would like, you can make a right on the kilo there, take Bravo down to Mike 1
right
to runway 01 left.
And you're heading my way. Or I'm just gaining on you. I don't know which one, but I'm going to try to zoom in on you and hopefully be on track as I do this. So it's all good. I'm coming to you with my drone. Oh, wow. Wow, you're coming fast. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Good man. So that's what you look like in the sim.
Center's going to step away for about 30 seconds.
And we'll go back to where I am. Oh! Bam! And back into the plane, which I veered to the north just slightly, but it's not a lot, so. Alright, Palo Escrito Peak, which is this mountain range right here. I was going to use the towers as a checkpoint. And beyond those towers is the Los Padres Dam, which I might see. It's harder to see. But that might be over here somewhere. And that was going to be my visual checkpoint. But we'll leave it be. And I do not know where Shane went, but... Oh, there you are. You're doing some aerobatics. Yeah. It's all good. You're going very fast, so feel free to join. Nice job. Nice flying. Lots of traffic out here when you're on the Microsoft
Brett, you missed
servers.
it. Oh, never mind.
He stepped away for 30.
Yeah, he was back on stream.
All right, we are about 14 minutes out from Monterey, so this time we won't mess it up. We'll report airport in sight, and we'll go there. I am allowed to enter the Charlie, seeing I have two-way communication, and he said to report when I have the airport in sight, so that's what our next course of action
Excellent.
is.
Good day, Southwest 2224 on the ground at Reno. Requesting air clearance to Phoenix, please.
Southwest 2224, Oakland Center, roger, standby.
Bacon Media, interesting name. Get a tab on where Shane is here. Just trim up slightly. Do that. He's out there behind me with good distance. He's most likely going faster than me, so that's good. That's cool. Thanks for
Number 874 Papa Risky,
flying up
runway
there.
28 right, clear to land, wind 27015.
And you can't miss me.
Clear to land, 874 Papa Whiskey.
Eric Flight US if it's showing up at all. Which it might not, or it might. I don't know. But I am on the server with you. So.
Oakland Center, November 420, Romeo Alpha, request a VFR clearance out of Reading, please.
And Palo Escrito
November
Pico over here.
420 Romeo Alpha, Oakland Center, squawk 3205, taxi runway 16, let me know when you hold short.
The towers would have been right around here. In fact, is that them? Or is that a tree? I can't tell. But on the sectional it says there's towers.
November 512 Mike Echo, descend via the Silicon, actually you don't have an arrival. 512 Mike Echo, descend and maintain flight level 200.
The dam would be more to the side here, so.
United 433, runway 1 left, line up and wait, traffic on a 2-mile final for runway 28 right.
Right. But yeah, we're getting there, and I want to get above these, across these mountains, I should say. The peak of Palo Escrito Peak is 4,467 feet, so I'm going to
American
stay here.
2861, clear
right
direct
over.
Eddie,
I'll
at Eddie,
start
clear ILS
my
approach
descent.
runway 28 left.
Pattern altitude at Monterey.
Fly direct to Eddie for American 2861, and then we are clear for the ILS runway 28 left for American 2861.
And I have to request what runway again, because one's a right pattern. 28 right and 28 left are right patterns.
Oakland Center, November 716, Sierra Zulu.
Just check out the chart. So
Number 716 Sierra Zulu, Oakland Center.
Number 716 Sierra Zulu. I got that updated flight plan in there. Let me know if you got it.
Number 716 Sierra Zulu. I do have the flight planned. You can maintain 9,000 for now. Just don't worry about the 10,000. I'll put it 9,000 as your final.
Copy that. Thank you for 6 Sierra Zulu.
okay, Palo Escrito Peak. Right here. That's why I'm staying where I'm at altitude. Shane is behind us, right back there, so he's on his way with us too. Yeah, very nice scenery around here. Kind of miss some cities right about now, but we're good. We're looking for the airport, Monterey, but there's some mountains here, so we're gonna have to get down past Palo Escrito Peak. Hope my Spanish is good. I didn't ever take Spanish in high school, so we're just gonna have to go with it. I had no choice. My mom was a French teacher, but came in handy. Alright, Los Padres Dam should be out here too, which was my secondary thing if you didn't see the towers. You can't always go by that. In the real world you could, because it's on the sectional, so obviously it's viewable, but the dam should be out there as well.
Wall 1340.
We're going to get some wind here from
on the Brawley 1
here.
departure.
Dot wall at 1340 Oakland Center, your radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 240.
Climb and maintain flight level 240, dot wall 1340.
Alright, we also got some well, I should say haze coming in from all those fires burning.
Oakland Center, Alaska 275,
So we shall
climbing
see what's
16,000
going
for
on as we get
19,000.
closer to Monterey.
Alaska 275, Oakland Center, climb and
Well, we
maintain
are
flight
gonna
level
start a
360
descent here,
and
so-
clear direct Machu.
Up to 360 and direct
2,200,
Machu, Alaska 275,
2,100.
That.
And those mountains, I don't know, man. I'm looking at a valley in front of me, so I don't know. It's just
Oakland Center, citation 874, Papa Whiskey, clear runway 28, Lima, request taxi signature.
it's quite interesting.
Number 874 Papalina, taxi to signature via Charlie.
Keep an eye on
Signature
those
via
mountains.
Charlie, okay to cross 19 right and left.
Affirmative.
Monterey would
Dot
be
wall 1340, request to step away from the cockpit for about 2 minutes.
more to our
Approved
right.
as requested.
Alright, we'll let you know
So
when we're back.
we'll
Dot wall
play it by ear.
1340,
We'll see what happens.
Welcome.
On, keeping out of the mountains, obviously. So be careful, Shane. These mountains, they're real. But I definitely feel
Yeah,
like
433, be ready to go once the citation clears downfield.
We will be ready to go.
there's definitely a difference in weather when you're in mountainous terrain with winds and updrafts, like they said there would be when it first got released. So just nice to see. I mean, it's more realistic. A lot more slight turbulence from winds coming off the ground. And we're descending.
In
Again.
November 716 Sierra Zulu, clear direct to the Wosum intersection at Wosum, join the RNAV GPS runway 11 right.
Not liking this
Clear to Wilson, join
visibility
the
over here.
LF111.
So we'll have to see. Maybe we have
And
to like
Center,
Santa
November
Ana.
4 Whiskey Romeo, I've got the airport in sight at my 12 o'clock.
Number 4 Whiskey Romeo, runway 31 right, clear to land.
3-1 right, for clear for landing, and or November 4 Whiskey Romeo.
Number 512 Mike Echo to Santa, maintain 8,000, San Jose altimeter 299.8.
8,000, 512 Mike Echo, we have the weather.
Roger.
Carmel.
Horizon 10, contact Los Angeles Center 125.8.
15.8, Horizon 10, see ya!
Not
See ya.
liking the visibility. So we'll see.
Oakland Center,
This might be a tough one.
Alpha, holding short 16, ready for takeoff.
So if not,
Number
we'll try to
420
land
Romeo Alpha,
Salinas,
VFR departure is approved, runway 16 clear for takeoff.
slightly to the northeast of
VFR departure
Monterey,
cleared,
but I'd rather
16,
land in Monterey.
November
So
420 Romeo Alpha.
it's our alternate for now. Update on where Shane is. Right behind me, coming up fast. So, very fast. But he's there, and he's on track, so. I don't know about the visibility, though.
And the aircraft calling me sounds like you're out of my airspace. You might be in somebody else's airspace.
Not liking that visibility. Not at all. We'll see if we can get underneath it. We'll see what we can do.
Duck Mike.
And if not, we'll go to Salinas to the northeast and go there. But, like I always say, we'll see. So, go a little slower here. We'll change the mixture a little bit.
And 433, ready to get one launch.
Yeah, to 433 runway 1 left, you're cleared for takeoff now, wind 27015.
Again, this is all due to the fires out in California. So, my allergies went nuts today. And I'm in Massachusetts. They said that the some of the smoke and stuff from the fire has reached all across the United States. So, and I can verify that because my allergies were nuts today. Landing in Monterey. Still can't see it. See if we can keep descending here. We're even above Class Charlie right now. So you know what? I'm going to pull out the throttle more. We don't have to worry about carb icing on this because it's fuel injected. And we'll descend around 1,000 RPMs if we can. So that's around 2,000. Trim down a little bit.
Oakland Center, you have 432 passing 1,000.
Trim up.
Dalwald 1340, we're back.
Dalwald 1340, roger. Clear direct Red Bluff.
Shane, how you doing on visibility
Clear
there?
direct Red Bluff, Dalwald 1340.
United
like
433, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 190, your radar contact.
Up to 190.
I might have to do a right 360 to descend here. So, yeah, I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm going to do a right 360 to get down here. Right is clear. Not good, yeah, same thing. So, I'm going to try to get down a little bit and see if I can get underneath this at all. There might not be any possibility of that, but we'll see what happens. Not good. Well, can always deviate to Salinas, just northeast. Kilo Sierra, November Sierra, but I don't know if it's going to be much better there either. So we shall see. But if we can get underneath this and have some visibility, we'll be good. To be legal, you have to be, let's see, 500 feet below a cloud in order to have proper VFR cloud clearance. And there's always special VFR clearance.
American 2861, runway 28 left, clear to land, the San Francisco 127015.
But it's a little low on visibility.
Clear to land, runway 25 left for 28 left, correction, for American 2861.
Affirmative.
Yeah, very interesting. So
Number 420 Romeo Alpha, your radar contact. Climb and maintain VFR, resume on navigation.
Climb, maintain VFR, resume.
There's Shane.
For November 420 Romeo.
How's it going? I'm going to try the name here. Is it for Etha?
United 433, clear direct Burgle.
Direct Burgle, United 433.
Try to get into these clouds here, but I don't know. It's not looking good. Come to Nepal. You mean in the simulator? Because I can't go there in real life. I might be able to do it after. It's getting very late out here, so I'll have to see, because I do have work tomorrow. But once I land in Monterey, if that's possible.
November 716 Sierra Zulu, cross the Wosum intersection at 3000, clear for the RNAV GPS approach, Yankee runway 11.
Cleared for the RNAV GPS approach.
Oakland Center, November 489 Echo Foxtrot.
Number 489er Echo Foxtrot, go ahead.
Cessna Echo Foxtrot. We're not having very good visibility over Monterey, so I'm going to try seeing if I can get good visibility. If not, I'll tell you a possible deviation.
Number 489 Echo Foxtrot, roger. The weather there is 230 at 8, 10 statute miles, scattered at 900.
Roger, 9 Echo Foxtrot. So that's not really good. 900, they say, eh? Yeah. Well, we're at 3,000, so I'm enriching the mixture the whole way. So, are you from Nepal? Maybe I could get through this valley. I mean, Shane, you went right through it, so let me know.
Oakland Center, good evening.
I know that you're not under the same
321
restrictions
heavy,
I am, but...
Golf 9, we're looking for a push on Romeo.
Yeah, 321 push approved, advise ready to taxi.
We might cheat a little bit and just go through it. How's that, people? I think we should just go for it. Just don't say anything, even though you might be looking at my stream right now. We're gonna go for it. Yeah. What time is it out in Nepal right now? It's gotta be... Oh God, is it morning? Be 11 o'clock in China. So yeah, it must be like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning out there. Right now it's almost midnight here, and I have to wake up at like, well, if I was perfect, I'd be up at like 5 a.m. But wake up more like 5:45 in the morning here. Yeah, I got that right. Good. Well, welcome. It's nice to have you on the stream, and we're gonna try this. We're just gonna go for it. We'll go for it. I am gonna veer to the left though to stay out of the area. It's not looking good. But, this is, it's pretty scary. I wouldn't be doing this in real life. Well, thank you. I will take that and say thank you. Yeah, we're getting a little bit low here. So I'm gonna stay a little higher than this and go to the left, which is going to be a little scary because there are some mountains and stuff I'm also going to climb, and maybe we can see this airport here. I am married though, I do have to say that. I will report that openly right now.
KLM 1585 heavy.
All right.
Are you doing traffic for San Francisco approach?
You know what? I'm going to climb.
Air France 1585, affirmative.
Because this isn't looking good.
1 second, I'm sorry, I forgot to switch my
So
call.
now, should I do the real world thing? Deviate? Or I'm going to head to the northwest of the airport, and we'll see if we can go over the water. Maybe there'll be a little. I doubt it. Maybe we'll see. Well, thank you. I try to entertain here.
Oak Center, American 2861 has cleared the active.
I do appreciate everyone that tunes in.
American 2861, roger, taxi to your ramp, to the ramp.
But remember to follow on Twitch, because we need more followers on Twitch.
Taxis to the gate via Alpha for American 2861. Good night, sir.
Good night.
But,
number 512, Mike Echo, 14 miles
right
from Clyde, cross Clyde at or above 4,000, clear ILS, approach runway 30 left.
Fires, so,
cross Clyde at or above 4,000, clear ILS 30 left.
Not looking good. Let's look outside. Do you even see Monterey? There it is, right there. Might be able to bust through this, so. Oakland Center, we have Monterey in sight, Manarica Foxtrot, but we'll need a clearance for what runway to land at Manarica Foxtrot.
908 Foxtrot, can you say again, please?
We have Monterey in sight, Manarica Foxtrot.
489er Echo Foxtrot, roger, you want to circle to land?
That is affirmative, Manarica Foxtrot.
489er Echo Foxtrot, circle land, runway 28 left, runway 28 left, clear to land.
28 left, clear to land, and turning right for 28 left. And we'll pretend that that guy's not there, by the way. So just want you to know that. All right, we're gonna drop out here 17. We're under 110s, 10 degrees of flaps. I can't go to Mars on
and
this.
At 433, climb and maintain flight level 350. Sorry about that.
Simulator. So 28, huh? That means I got to circle around the airport. But let's get down a little bit, because I'm going to have to get low in order to do this. So we'll keep a right pattern for 28, circle around, and we'll be good.
Oakland Center, November 4, Whiskey Romeo on the ground at Reed Hillview.
Thank God for GPS, it's going to help me out.
4 Whiskey Romeo, roger, taxi to the gate this frequency. Or actually taxi to the ramp this frequency.
Mars is not approachable thing. The sun you can see, but I doubt that you can go there either. The service ceiling in this is 14,000 feet. So I
KLM
don't think we can make it
1985,
that far.
squawk 3340 and squawk mode Charlie, please.
Alright, we'll put the flaps up again because we're going to do a right pattern here for 28 right. And we're just going to cheat a little bit here. But I know the airport's on my right. And again, we'll just cheat just a little bit. We should be down at like 1800 though. So we're a little low. This is where it gets a little dangerous. Just a little bit. Shane, stay on there so I have a visual of where you are in the airport. Alright, we gotta even out here. 2H should be behind me. I'm not crashing any plane. That ain't gonna happen, not on my watch. This is a little scary, but I'm not gonna crash the plane.
KLM 1585 heavy.
Your humor is noted, though.
KLM 1585,
There's the
squawk
airport right there.
3363, 3363.
It's going to be squawk 3363, KLM 1585 heavy.
Yeah,
Actually,
no,
change that.
it's
3361.
live weather, but
3361.
this is
Sorry,
all
I'm
the
just
fires that are happening out in California that's causing all of this. So we're going to cheat a little bit and try to land this way. All right, I'm going to extend my downwind here. Not going to be able to drive a vehicle, just to let you know.
Alaska 275, leaving the airspace to the north. Seattle Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency changes approved.
Okay, we're going to bring it back to
Alaska
17.
275, good night.
10 degrees of flaps.
Good night.
Right there.
KLM 1585,
Turning
radar
right
contact
base.
at 11,000, approximately 10
Keep
east of the
descending
Steves
here.
intersection. Clear direct Archie, cross Archie outer bliss 7,000.
Okay, we're a little low, but that's on purpose,
right.
so I can try to keep the airport somewhat in sight here.
That's going to be cross Archie at 7,000, cleared ILS for
And
28
we'll
right.
level
KLM
off
1585 heavy.
right about here. All right, we're going to take another turn to final early.
Number 7160 Zulu, runway 11 right, clear to land. Fresno
Oh
wind
my
is
God.
calm.
I'll go with pizza and Coke. I actually need to watch what I
Number
eat
512
at my
Mike Echo,
advanced
runway
age,
30 left, clear to
All right,
land.
20
San
degrees
Jose
of
wind
flaps.
is 330 at 7.
And we're heading runway heading here. I just got to be able to see it, so we shall see if I can get there.
Southwest 2224 underground at Reno, ready for departure. We've received the PDC.
Southwest 2224, taxi runway 16
Might be
right,
missing the
advised
runway
holding
here.
short. Reno wind is calm.
Roger, taxi runway 16
I
right,
don't think this is going to work.
and holding short, Southwest 2224.
Full flaps.
Oakland Center, United 321 Heavy, ready for taxi.
I think we're going to get it. That is
United
the real world weather,
321
believe
heavy,
it or not.
taxi
Oh, we're
runway
going to do this,
28
people.
left via Alpha Foxtrot. Actually, you know what? There's a UPS that pushed back on the Alpha there. Let's do Bravo Foxtrot.
All right, I'm going around.
Cross runways 1 left, 1 right.
Shane,
hold short
I am going to
28
have
left.
to go to Salinas. There's no way I'm going to do this.
Left taxi via
So,
Bravo Foxtrot,
I will see you later.
Short 28 left for
Flaps
United
up
321
10
Heavy.
degrees.
You bet.
KLM 1585 heavy.
Flaps
Can I
up
get the
another
altimeter
10
for
degrees. I'm going to
San
climb at
Francisco
74.
altimeter
Final.
2997.
2997 up. I'm a KLM 1585 heavy. Thank you.
Cessna Echo Foxtrot going around at Monterey. We're going to deviate to Salinas, Kilo Sierra, November Sierra to the northeast.
Number 489 Echo Foxtrot right. Roger, the Salinas altimeter 2998, climb and maintain 5,000.
Climb and maintain 5,000, Echo Foxtrot. Well, we'll be up a little later than what I thought, but that's cool. It's all right. Gonna climb more here. The major part right now is climbing and keeping that horizon level, because we're not looking out this window. You ain't gonna see anything out there right now. Climb at 74 for best climb and just get that altitude. That's the most important thing right now. And trust your instruments. If you're playing the real world, your brain will be telling you different things with the way that your body plays. You just look at those instruments and keep it going on. So again, best in the real world to not even try to land there. I just thought we'd do it. So, but yeah, this is I'm not giving out any money. Sorry, that's not how this works. but thanks for asking.
KLM 1585 Heavy requesting the descent down to 5,000.
KLM 1585 Heavy, the crossing restriction Archie at 7, and after that, descent to your discretion to join the 28 right localizer.
All right, and it is a right pattern on a 28, so we will climb to 5,000. I got you. Yeah, you're quite the jokester, so I got you. It's fine. Climb to 5,000. All right, let's get Salinas in there. I'm just going to put it on my tablet here, direct to, and that way I'll have a heading. But you see how you just got to keep your eyes on those instruments and get the heck out of there. It's not going to happen. And it was actually dumb to try that anyways, but you know, it's a sim, so what the heck. Sometimes you just try. If Oakland ATC is watching, I'm sorry. In the real world, I would have just said, no, I'm deviating. And I like to thank the California wildfires going on right now for ruining my landing there. Thanks a lot. But I guess it's worse to actually own a house down there. So, you know, God bless those people over there, because this sucks. Alright. Well, it might be time to try to dust off the instrument skills again. Not that I am an instrument rated pilot in the real world, but the experiences I had as a virtual pilot, there's no parachutes on this plane, sir. You take that plane and you land it wherever you have to if there's an emergency, but this is not good. This is not good at all. This is my first deviation of the around the USA flights too. But in the real world, it did say clear. It's just that they...
November 512 Mike Echo, take the next left off the runway, which will be Juliet Victor to the ramp.
So that's okay.
Next left, Juliet Victor to the ramp.
Salinas is saying clear. So we're going to go there. And hopefully we'll have a better shot at landing there. So we got to turn right towards Salinas, Kilo Sierra, November Sierra. And in the real world, you'd say deviate, and they'd kind of know where you're going. But if you had a flight plan followed, you'd also have to get, well, you'd probably put that as your alternate first off, number one. Number two, if you didn't, you'd contact flight services if it's that far away and tell them that you're deviating. So first thing though is fly the plane. You gotta fly the plane first. So all right, we're gonna go slightly over the water here. Believe it or not, there is the Pacific Ocean over here. Just can't see it through all this dense fog, which is smoke from the wildfires. All right, I'll say it just for you. Go Corona. Even though there's no drinking on this flight. Okay, gonna lean on the mixture, get some power. Seeing that we're at 3,000. See, that went right up there. You can lean it out as you climb, but I like to wait to 3,000 just to make sure that we're good. Right about there. And we are turning direct to Salinas while climbing to 5,000. Pattern altitude at Salinas is about 1,100. Something to take note of.
Oakland Center, good evening. United 5834, 380.
United 5834, Oakland Center, good evening. Squawk 3247.
Has proven to be quite the flight here.
3247.
Salinas is a Class D airport, so you would be talking to tower and ground there. So we'll stay with Oakland Center here and go there.
KLM 1585, runway 28 right, clear to land, the San Francisco wind 27015.
28 right,
Shane, sorry I couldn't land there, bud. Just no way I was going to do it. I tried.
221, you ready?
But it was an honor to fly with you, sir.
United 321, you ready?
Salinas airport's got an airport diagram, so we're good. And there's generally efficient parking right on it, so we know where to go when we land. And hopefully, it will be exactly what SkyVector says, which is clear. 10 square miles of visibility, but you can see Monterey's pretty bad. 10 square miles of visibility, but broken at 900, so there's no way in heck you're gonna get there. I mean, broken usually means that there's probably a hole or two, but there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing I can really get for visibility there, so. We are heading directly to Salinas with the GPS, so. Another reason why it's nice to have a GPS or electronic flight bag on board. So. I do not know Johnny Sin. Should I? Is it a call sign or not? There's Shane down there. You don't quite know what he's doing, but if you come with me to Salinas, that's cool too. Which is somewhere out here. Actually, over here more. So yeah, it seems like the clears up over there, which is nice to see. And we're at
United 5834, clear direct to the Diamond intersection. The remainder of the Diamond 5 arrival. Maintain flight level 380.
Trim, not trying.
Clear to direct Diamond, now to Diamond to continue on Diamond 5 arrival and maintain 380 United.
Is the ATIS. Yep, trim down. Well,
Salinas Airport information, Gulf 0000 Zulu. Windcom.
Oh, good.
Visibility, tree.
Oh,
Sky
awesome.
Condition, few clouds at 1,200 feet, a few clouds at 4,300 feet, a few clouds at 12,400
I do not know Millie Bobby Brown. Sorry.
18.
I know Bobby Brown, if you're talking about, you know, Whitney Houston's ex-husband.
ILS
So.
runway 31 in use.
Ready for departure.
United 321 heavy, runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff. San Francisco, wind 270 at 5.
I'll report Salinas in sight when we get there, but we're going to have to get through these clouds first, so.
Southwest
So we're gonna have to
2224, ready for departure right now.
Southwest
Shane's out
2224, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff. Reno wind is still calm.
16 right, clear for takeoff. Southwest 2224.
Loud and clear. That's the only Bobby Brown I know. Don't be cruel. You know what I'm talking about? That was one of his big hits. I remember that. Who would picture Whitney Houston marrying something like that? No, sorry. I don't watch a lot of Netflix, believe it or not. I don't even watch a lot of TV, but I do watch like The Walking Dead and stuff, usually on DVR. Other than that, I'm usually busy doing stuff on YouTube because I have the Eric Flight channel, which I've been building up a little bit more recently. And we're going to start a descent. Stuff like that. So I usually watch stuff on DVR. I like that show Alone on, it's like a survival competition show here in America. Millie Bobby Brown. I'll try. Stranger Things. Heard of the show? Haven't watched it. I know I'm probably like a buzzkill right there, but looking left. That's Shane. Shane's right there. That's what I see on my left. Hey, look, it's clearing up, everybody. I can see ground. Yay. Shane, you're doing a good job there off my 8 o'clock there. So, but hopefully, you know, Salinas right there. So I'm gonna report it in sight. Salinas Airport in sight. 9 Echo Foxtrot.
Well, that's just terrific. 489 Echo Foxtrot, runway 31, clear to land. The wind over at Salinas. Actually, you know what? I don't have the wind. I do have the altimeter. The Salinas altimeter is 299.8. Let me get you the wind.
Roger, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
9 Echo Foxtrot. The Salinas automated weather shows the wind 0360 at 6.
Roger, 9 Echo Foxtrot. All right, so listen, it's a right pattern on 3-1.
Got Wallop 1340 at pilot's discretion.
So
It's going to maintain 14 14,000.
north here a little bit.
At pilot's discretion,
And then we're going to set up a right downwind for runway 21.
Southwest 2224, Oakland Center radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 390, resume the departure.
But, that's how close it is to all this visibility. That's Salinas. We're landing on 3-1 going this way. So, and then we're calling it a night because this has been not stressful, just
Southwest
a lot longer than I thought it would be.
Airborne passing 7,000.
So
Southwest 2224, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 390, resume the departure.
Climb and maintain flight level 390,
Alright, I gotta make sure I got your name right. Is it Sharitha?
United 321 Heavy, Oakland Center, your radar contact out of 3000, climb and maintain flight level 300, turn left, proceed direct
Make sure that
bar.
you go to Twitch and follow for this shout out if I do it, by the way. So, I'm gonna try it. Shout out to Sharitha out in Nepal. That must be a nice place to live. A lot of nice civilization type things out there. I mean, I don't mean the stereotype, I'm just saying that's what I see from my research on TV and stuff about Nepal. But make sure you follow on Twitch and like and subscribe on YouTube, which you might do already because that's usually where people find me on YouTube if they're already subscribed. Every bit of support does help.
KLM 1585 Heavy, continue through the ones, a left turn off the runway, cross runway 28 left to the ramp this frequency.
We're going to be very high again, but we're trying.
Cross runway 28 left and
we are trying. Runway 31 at Salinas. And that's why you always calculate more fuel than you need.
United 433, contact Los Angeles Center 125.8.
I knew I needed 10.4 gallons, so we should be good.
You bet, take care.
Right pattern it, right
Southwest 1696, descend via the Surfer 4, arrival San Francisco, altimeter 2997.
Descend via the Surfer 4, altimeter 2997, Southwest
1,100.
1696.
I'm at 2,800, so we're still a little high here. But make it happen. We'll just swing out here to the left a little bit. Shane, I hope you're not on my left still. We're good. Clear. Shout out to Sharitha. Is that good? That's my best radio voice right there. I hope I said that right. You never told me if I sang that right. Kind of reminds me of the movie Jerry Maguire. Show me the money! You know, talk about Tom Cruise.
Attention all aircraft, San Francisco, latest information. Alpha is current wind 290 at 8, altimeter 290.
All right, right downwind for Salinas. Here we are. Make this happen. My name is Eric. Hence the Eric flight. So that is my real name. Last name will be
1585, cross the 28 left and take Alpha to your ramp.
So, however, many of my students have found my YouTube channel, in which case I'm usually blocking them. And there is Shane out there landing at Salinas. I'm going to land on 3-1. He's probably lined up on some other runway, which is fine, as long as we're good. They did say calm winds in the simulator. VATSIM told me 360. But,
Southwest 2224, clear direct
still
light
a little
at.
high, but we're going to make it this time. I can extend
the direct light at Southwest 2224.
Extend the right downwind here while I descend, and we should be fine. We're almost there already, so. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for the shout out from Nepal. That's a first. I had a friend from Pakistan back in the day in college. I used to work at a supermarket when I was going to college, and we used to talk all the time and compare things. But I'm a little close to the runway here. This runway should be up about halfway up the wing strut. And this is a little bit of a visual thing here. So that's better. All right, when you cross the numbers, you're going to go down to 1,700. We're good on the altitude now. I'm going to hold it off a little bit, so we'll hold the aircraft straight. 110 knots, 10 degrees of flaps, angle down. We're looking very good here because I can actually see something. This is what VFR is all about, being able to see. And so pick a little visual place to turn base. I'm thinking right about here. So you can feel that I'm a little slow here. Yeah. We'll trim up just slightly. Airport altitude's 84 feet, MSL. So, all right, we'll turn base, right base, clear on the right. Again, I wanted to be at Monterey, but that's just not going to happen with these fires. It's just not going to happen. So we deviated to Salinas, California. We're about to land there, and it is a right pattern for 3-1. We're looking really good here. Okay, 1,500 RPMs and another 10 degrees of flaps. So we're in the white arc. Got a low fuel warning, but that's okay because we still have quarter of a tank.
1340. Do you happen to have an altimeter for us?
So
Sacramento altimeter is 2904. Let me see what reading is.
We want to land at 65 to 60
knots. 2904. Walt 1340.
And we're coming in here. So
yep, and the automated weather at Reading is showing 2903.
All right, Walt 1340.
All right, we're a little fast. Full flaps. That should slow us down. So I can land people, it's just it has to look good. I do not have an instrument rating yet in the real world. Hopefully starting next year if I can make it happen. And I think that's all I want to do to be a pilot, honestly. I don't think I want to do flight instruction or anything like that. Just want to enjoy it. But that could always change too because I am a teacher in real life. So 65 knots, we're looking really good. And we'll pull out the throttle pretty soon. These planes float a little bit more than the real world. Runway 31, and I'm gonna hold it off, hold it off, hold it off, hold it off, flare, peripheral vision, I'm looking over here, if you're wondering, and that's how we land. All right, gotta straighten it out for the runway. The real world, that nose would go down just a little bit more, by the way. Again, it just has like a floating ability. Flaps going up all the way, very good. And take this taxiway off. This is Charlie. So there we go. Now this is Class Delta, Class D. So they got the runway taxiways wrong again on the signs. But that's okay. Let me clear the runway here. We'll do a quick checklist here to make sure I got everything going on. Flaps are already up. Strobes have to go off. Very good. Landing lights I'm going to leave on. Everything else is on. I got the trim set to take off. Okay. And I got to call Oakland Center. Oakland Center says an Echo Foxtrot. We are clear of runway 31 requesting taxi to general aviation parking at Salinas. Kilo Sierra November Sierra.
November 489 Echo Foxtrot. You can taxi to the ramp this frequency. Have a nice night.
Roger. Taxi to the ramp. 9 Echo Foxtrot. Okay, we're gonna take a. Actually, we're gonna go Charlie. And if this is Charlie, yeah, that is Charlie. It's confusing when they don't have the right taxiway signs. And then we take a right off of Charlie. So actually, the general aviation parking's here, and I know that you didn't know that, but that's okay. But that's where we are. And they seem to have someone there to marshal us in. So let's try doing the marshalling in, shall we? But Shane, I really do appreciate you flying with me, and feel free to do that anytime in the future as well. So this is the general aviation ramp. Here we go. And they're waiting for us. I thought they had a marshaller there, but that's the person that has the lights that let you know when you're ready to park. But I don't know, could just be ground crew. Well, we'll go over there regardless. So the terminal should be over here too. So they do have a marshaller. A marshal. There we go. Okay, we'll turn left and we'll figure out what the heck he wants me to do. So this is very much kind of like real life if they have a busier airport. I don't know how it is in Salinas. So, but you can see that he's waving me in. He's saying, come over here, park over here. So I have done this in real life. So Martha's Vineyard, they marshaled me in the whole way, which was cool. We have to go a little slower than that. All right, that means straight ahead. And almost there. Bam. All right, and that means that you're good to turn off your engine there. So we're good. We got it at 1,000. We got brakes on the whole bit. All right, shutdown checklist here. ELT verify silent, avionics off, so the radios go off. Very good. All lights go off except for the beacon, because the beacon signifies that the engine is still running. Mixture full lean. I'm gonna look up here while I do this. Mixture full lean. That means that you're ready to start. Mags off, master off, beacon off, parking brake on. Very good. And with that, we are parked, everyone. Welcome to the deviated airport of Salinas, because Monterey was just really bad. So what we'll do is on a future flight coming out of Salinas, I guess I'll have to depart from Salinas too, but we'll take a look at Monterey, we'll overfly it, and then we'll go to our next destination on these around the USA flights. But we have made it almost halfway up the western coast, I think. Yeah, so we're getting there. And I'm hoping by November that we finish these flights. I would have done the whole outer perimeter of the United States. But I do appreciate you all tuning in, even if you're from Nepal, anywhere in the world. But I do ask you, please, 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 like and subscribe to the Eric Flight channel on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search up Eric Flight. And also, click follow on Twitch. We're always looking for more subscribers and followers. Keeps me motivated to keep going on. It's not that I'm not motivated. Next roll flight should be Saturday. Still thinking about where I should go. Probably will take video of that, but I still have another video to make for the Eric Flight YouTube channel. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching. We will see you later on another stream or real world video. Have a great night. And Shane, thanks for flying with me tonight. So thank you. Thank you for the good job with the deviation. We do have to know that they do test you on that as a private pilot. So awesome. All right. I will see you later. Tune in later. We'll see you later.